This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Little John Orthodontics, Bill Cram Chevrolet, DeSanto Propane, Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Henny's Place Family Restaurant, Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies, Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, Wilson Press and Mail House, Connie's Diner, Stever's Garage and Jim's Auto, and FingerLakes1.com for digital marketing.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome live inside Pittsford Sutherland High School in Pittsburgh, New York. Site of tonight's Class B1 Boys semifinal doubleheader here on FingerLakes1.com as semifinal week rolls on as we got 4 teams looking to punch their team ticket to the Blue Cross Arena this weekend. And tonight's affair certainly has a Finger Lakes East matchup featuring Geneva and Hornell in our first game, followed by Waterloo and Newark in the nightcap. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jim Sinacropi alongside Zach Young for FingerLakes1.com, former Lions coach, former sectional champion coach, current Weedsport athletic director Zach Young. And Coach, there is nothing like these semifinal doubleheaders in high school basketball. Maybe the best atmosphere all year.
The best part about this site here tonight is they're both in the same class, so you're going to see, sometimes they have the single game, but when they put them back to back, great crowds, and like I said, it's a fun week if you're a Section 5 basketball fan.
And of course, last night we were in Newark High School where we saw the Red Jacket Indians defeat the Byron Burgeon Bees, and then we saw the Marcus Whitman Wildcats and the Gananda Blue Panthers just battle it out into the end before the Wildcats punched their ticket to the Blue Cross Arena. Also last night, the Pelmac and Waterloo girls tangled again for the third time this season, the Co-Finger Lakes East champs, and Pelmac punched their ticket to Gage Shiloh on Saturday morning. And tonight, we have our doubleheader here between Geneva and Hornell and Waterloo and Newark. And then cross town at Honeyway Falls Lima High School, we have, I don't know if it's across town, but close enough, we have the Class B2 girls semifinal matchup between the Penn Yan Mustangs and the Minders Academy Blue Devils. But, yeah, I mean, the winners here go to the Blue Cross Arena. That's the big prize, to get there to the big house and then bring home a sectional block. But even at the Blue Cross, there's just not the atmosphere you find in these high school gymnasiums like we're going to have tonight. Last night at Newark High School was the loudest I've heard a gymnasium in several years, maybe ever. It was unbelievable, and I think we'll expect the same type of excitement tonight here at Pittsford Sutherland.
Yeah, the Blue Cross is obviously it's a special place to play at. It's great for your kids. It's great for your community. But when you're playing down there, you really can't hear the crowd all that much, especially when they have the glass up, which they do the majority of the time. So when you're in these high school, nice high school gyms, Pittsburgh's is a beautiful gym. It's not very old. It's only maybe 15 years at the most. Like you said, yeah, people are loud. They're right on top of you, and it's definitely more of the atmosphere that you're looking for.
So let's get into it. We're about 4 minutes on the game clock here before we get our national anthem and starting lineups here at Pittsford Sutherland. Our first game, Geneva Hornell. Now, Geneva comes in as the number 1 seed, second place in the Finger Lakes East this year to eventual league champ Duane Eagles. And last won a sectional title in 2014 under Brian Miller. Haven't been back to the big house since. They're B1 this year. Next year, they're likely going to be in A2, which is going to make it even more difficult. So how urgent is it for Coach Desering in his first full year as varsity head coach and the rest of the guys on this team, including the juniors like Devin Martin, to win this year?
Well, I think it's urgent every year. You want to try to win it every year. I think if you're Coach Desering, at the least you want to try to get that experience of getting back to the Blue Cross Arena and getting that experience on that court, even if they don't come up a winner. But yeah, there's no doubt about it. A2 is a harder classification than B1, and you are where your bed numbers put you. That's nothing that you can control. So I'm sure he just wants his kids to come out and play. I think most people in the section would probably think that they caught a little bit of a break here taking on Hornell. No offense to Hornell, But that was, out of all the quarterfinal games that you saw, that was probably the biggest upset.
Odyssey, the defending champ.
And even it was a 4-5 game, but a lot of people liked Odyssey to come out of this bracket. So they got a break. It seems to be lining up for them. They're the 1 seed. They had a great win over Water. I mean, just one of the crazier comebacks you'll see coming into this. So hopefully they're riding high and they can advance.
So you mentioned Hornell, the Red Raiders coming in at 16-5 out of the Livingston County top division. Defeated Greece Odyssey 53-50. And they enter here as the 8th seed against the 1 seed Geneva Panthers, who come in at 17-4. They had a scare in the first round as well, but survived Pelmac 61-56. And we mentioned big Finger Lakes East flavor tonight. 3 of the 4 teams out of the Finger Lakes East we're going to see tonight. But the one spoiler, Hornell. And Hornell's played all these teams this year. Geneva did beat them in Hornell. Waterloo beat them. I think Marcus Whitman beat them. Newark didn't play Hornell this year, but traditionally you'll see Newark matching up against Hornell in sectional contests. As a matter of fact, last year I think it was Newark beating Hornell last year to advance to the Blue Cross before.
I think they did play this year. Hornell, I'm looking at their schedule right here, so I have they beat Newark earlier this year, 57-48. So there is a lot of...
That's the one victory for Hornell in the round robin against these teams.
There are some like opponents. You look at them, they both played Marcus Whitman. Hornell split with Whitman. But the second time they played them, Whitman really took it to them, beat them by 20. Coach Scholes has been around. This is probably, if I had to guess, his 12th or 13th year. He does have a sectional title under his belt. He's one of those guys that I think his teams execute very well. They play hard. If I had to guess tonight, he's probably going to try to slow the pace down, and I think Geneva's going to want to play up-tempo and try to score in the half court. And probably a very similar game plan for him than what they had versus Odyssey. Odyssey is the same type of style play that Geneva wants, that Geneva's going to play, which is get up and down. And, we'll see. It'll be interesting, probably a contrast to Siles, if I had to guess.
And Coach Desering has kind of flipped the script in his first year, taking over from Brian Miller. Geneva always a defense-first, kind of slow, plotting type of team. This year, Coach Desering has kind of opened up the gates and likes to get them up and down. So I agree. I think Hornell will try to slow them down as the public address announcers welcoming the patrons here to Pittsford Sutherland High School. It's a beautiful gymnasium, a big blue block S in the center of the court. Blue baselines about 1.5 feet wide around the sidelines as well. Pittsford Sutherland at the end of each baseline. Knights inside the foul line, which is clear. Also blue striping for the three-point line. And we're probably going to get the national anthem here first before starting lineups. But definitely a beautiful facility, a beautiful gymnasium to host this doubleheader. Fans still shuffling in. We're positioned in the far corner opposite the benches. Closest to us is the Hornell bench. Directly diagonal from us on the other side is the Geneva bench. Scorers table between both benches, of course. And we have a Hornell cheerleaders directly to our right, so may obscure our view. Not the most ideal vantage point to call a game, but you know what? I'm pretty comfortable here.
It's like I said, I've been in here a couple times for the Sutherland Mendon game, which they'll play at the Palestra at the U of R. But when Sutherland hosts it, it's just a great environment to watch a basketball game.
So we also have the Hornell fans directly behind the Hornell bench, Geneva fans behind the Geneva bench, Geneva students across from their bench on the far side of the gymnasium from us, and Hornell students also next to us. So Hornell fans will be sitting where Newark fans are sitting, and Waterloo fans will fill in for Geneva. So we are getting ready for the national anthem. So we're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll be that much closer to basketball. A semifinal week rolls on here on FingerLakes1.com. Keep it right here.
At FingerLakes1.com, we have always pledged to you to bring the most comprehensive local news coverage, access to timely information, and a locally focused, entertaining media option. Support FingerLakes1.com and help us bring you more great local sports coverage like this by visiting patreon.com/FL1.
DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info. DISANTO Propane.com or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. DeSanto. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back, everybody. It's high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com. I'm Jim Sinacropi alongside Zach Young here in the corner of Pittsford Southern High School. And we're getting ready for starting lineup. So the first half of our doubleheader, Geneva taking on Hornell. It's the 1-8 game as Hornell pulling that semifinal upset of Greece Odyssey, winning 53-50. Geneva here after defeating Pelmac 61-56. And for Hornell, it looks like you're going to be looking at Chase Freeland, Jackson White, Colin Bush, Tanner Strutzman, and I missed the last one, Zach.
Couldn't quite tell. I know coming in, just talking with some of my Livingston County contacts, Chase Freeland seems to be the guy that makes Hornell go, number 1. And number 15, Tanner Strutzman, real tough down in the paint.
And, of course, the starting lineup filled with juniors and seniors. A lot of upperclassmen leadership here for Hornell as Geneva huddles in front of their own bench. Referees for tonight's ball game, Tyler Seaman, Brian Pullyblank, and Joe Ryder getting ready. And Greg O'Connor just came in the building. He's got to be feeling pretty good after punching his ticket to the Blue Cross Arena last night. Geneva's going to be moving towards us in this first half. Hornell away. Geneva in their home whites, black lettering, red trim. Hornell Red Raiders in their solid red road uniforms, white and blue stripe down the side, blue lettering and white. White trim on the letters, and the opening tip goes out of bounds. And Zach, real quick, our keys to the game, the Farrar Lumber keys to the game tonight for both teams.
I think Geneva, it's been the key the second half is how are they going to shoot the basketball? They've struggled in the spurts. Be interesting to see how Hornell plays them defensively, and can Geneva turn them over and get some easy baskets in transition? They're very, very dangerous in the transition game.
So Hornell starts out with the basketball. They work it around this man-to-man defense. And right now it's Freeland at the free throw line, taking it to the right side. Tough shot with some contact off the glass and in. 2-0 Hornell.
Great possession for Hornell. Ran some clock, got an ISO to their best player, and he made a play.
So it's Parker Bossard with the ball now at the left wing extended, shuffles it around now to Nick Askin, finds its way to the corner to Devin Martin. Now Liam Ryan holds top of the key. Askin now holds it. 12 to shoot. Ryan finds Bossard at the foul line, takes a dribble, kicks it out to Kerr. 8 to shoot. Kerr shuffles it to Ryan, thought about a corner three. Now he lets it go after a pump fake. It's short, rebounded by Hornell, and quickly the other way comes Chase Freeman. Guarded man-to-man now by Devin Martin. Kicks it out top to White. Jackson White loses it into the hand of Askin, throws it up ahead to Martin, and Martin lays it up and in transition.
And there we go. Geneva gets their bucket the way they want it, and they're coming out. It's the pressure here. Both teams playing man-to-man in the half court.
Colin Bush with the ball, hands it over to Freeland, and the Hornell Red Raiders get set 2-2 early. 6:30 to go first quarter. First of 2 games here on Finger Lakes 1 tonight. As Jackson White holds, guarded by Askin, flips it back to Freeland, and the Red Raiders reset. Now Freeland drives into the lane, shot over Liam Ryan, short, but he gets his own rebound and misses the putback, and Devin Martin rips down the ball. Looks for an outlet. Instead, he's going to dribble. Picks it up, finds Bossard. Bossard finds Askin in the corner. Now Askin up top to Liam Ryan. And now Devin Martin tries a three, way off.
Hornell a little bad all night.
Connor Smith rips the rebound away, and it'll be Hornell basketball again, tied up at 2-2 early first quarter. Here comes a drive by Colin Bush. Shot over Devin Martin, no good. Bossard with a rebound. Bossard down the center of the court. Across the block, S in the middle. Into the lane, and he loses it, but we got a foul called, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Bossard.
Thought it was the right call. He held. Both teams a little sloppy here. There's obviously some nerves of being in the semifinal game, but like you've noticed that Hornell really is trying to work some clock in that half court and then just ISO.
So 5:24 to go, 2-2. And Freeland brings it across the timeline, guarded by Liam Ryan. Now they reverse it into the corner to Connor Smith, guarded by Kerr. Back up top to Freeland. Three ball on the way. It's off on the right side of the rim. Martin with the rebound, wearing the lime green sneakers. He dribbles it all the way down the court, stops at the top of the key where he's met by Smith. Now it's in the corner to Liam Ryan. Ryan skips it way across to Askin, but Martin intercepted it, luckily, or it may have been picked off by Strutzman. And now Liam Ryan has it, and he's fouled on the perimeter with 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Martin's such a good athlete. He even makes that was such a great athletic catch that he just made with one hand, almost like he was palmed it immediately.
He can get up, and he may have saved a turnover in a transition bucket going the other way. So now Geneva rebounds, and Martin holds in front of the Hornell bench. And now skipped over to Jagger Kerr, who drives. He's met by a couple of Red Raiders, so now it's in the corner to Bossard. Bossard probes the baseline, drives, puts it off the glass and in. Strong move by Bossard.
Nice take, got to the basket. Not a real huge interior presence for Hornell as far as shot blocking so far in this game.
Geneva leads by 2, 4:23 to go first period. Strutzman with the ball. Into the corner it goes to Jackson White. He holds up top to Freeland. Three ball on the way. That's off. Battle for the rebound won by Strutzman between Martin and Bossard, but a steal by Martin coming the other way. One-on-one, and he lays it up and in with a right-handed finger roll right over the top of Chase Freeland.
Like Clyde the Glide there.
And we got a timeout, Hornell. So you can tell right now both teams playing some pretty good half-court defense. The difference has been Geneva's been able to break out in transition a few times.
Yeah, Martin gets loose. That's his game. I feel like Freeland's got some good looks for Hornell, especially the last two possessions at the three-point arc. Just hasn't been able to knock it down. And we get a 6-2 ball game.
Top of the key three-pointers, both missed to the right as the crowd still shuffling in here for the early game. Reminder coming up at about 7:45 over at Honey Hill Falls Lyman. It'll be Paul Russo and Michael Alessio bringing you that Penn Minders Girls Class B2 semifinal matchup. Here it'll be the second half of the boys B1 semifinal. Newark and Waterloo coming up next. Full court pressure by Geneva. They throw it over the top to Freeland. Now Hornell has numbers. Freeland bumped by Bossard, shot off, but it will be the second foul on Parker Bossard.
Freeland's got some nice moves, and he, sometimes versus a team that presses like this, you're trying to press it and then run clock, and Hornell looked to attack there. And like you said, drew the second foul on Bossard.
It's not going to be a shooting foul. I kind of thought it was. They're going to be inbounding underneath their own basket.
It's a little tough to tell with the cheerleaders in our way.
I get a little bit better angle than you, but yeah, Hornell cheerleaders obscuring the right side of the court on the far side for us. Bossard does check out. Wyatt Patchett checks in, and Wyatt Patchett gets the ball after Strutzman kind of mishandled the pass at the block, and now Bossard finds Ryan. Ryan tries to open three. It's way long, air ball. Rebounded by Jackson White. So wide open look by Ryan, just too strong.
A little extra juice on that ball.
Now a three from Hornell. No good. And wow, what an athletic rebound by Devin Martin. That was White missing. Martin dribbles it all the way down himself, stops in front of the Hornell cheerleaders directly in front of us, gets it up top to Ryan. They reverse it from Askin to Kerr. Back up to Ryan now, top of the key. Back to Bossard in front of the Hornell bench. Now at the elbow, it's Patchett. Over to Askin for three. No. Connor Smith pulls down the rebound, so Everybody a little cold from the outside tonight. Geneva 0 for 4 so far from the three-point range. Chase Freeland tries to break the streak. He misses. Cornell also 0 for 4 from long range. But Panthers lead 6-2. Now Liam Ryan gets to the bucket and tough finish with a lot of contact over the left side of the rim. Panthers lead 8-2.
Nice take by Ryan. Finished with a couple guys in his face. Him and Freeland, I think, are going to go at it quite a bit here.
So now Hornell, only 2 points so far. 2:32 left in the first period. Panthers lead 8-2. And now an elbow jumper on the way from Colin Bush. No good. Rebounded by Jagger Kerr. Here comes Jagger. He's bumped by Stutzman near the hash mark. And that'll be the 13th foul on Hornell. Just the first on Stutzman. So head coach Kirk Scholes tonight wearing the purple button up with a silver tie.
Nasir Harrison checked in for Geneva. Really liked this player. Felt like he's been a big spark plug in the games I got to watch in the second half of the year.
So Liam Ryan takes a break, and now Harrison right in front of us in the corner wearing the SpongeBob SquarePants Nikes. Now it goes to Devin Martin. He rises and fires from 16 feet and knocks it down over the top of his defender, Derek Comiskey.
That's a shot if you're Hornell you're going to live with. You know, he makes that, you're probably going to lose.
6 points for Martin. 10-2 Geneva leads. 1:52 to go. First quarter. And White now finds McComiskey, who drives. Gets it off to Malik Arnick, who misses the shot. Rebound Geneva. Here come the Panthers again. Kerr drives baseline. Bounce pass inside to Askin. Wyatt Patchett. Patchett kind of lost it on the way up. He had an open shot. Here it comes to Hornell. Pump fake up and into the body of Wyatt Patchett goes Colin Bush, and he'll head to the free throw line for 2. So a lot of contact from Patchett. They missed the shot. Free throw's coming.
Nothing has come easy for Hornell so far in this game. They've got some clean looks from the outside. They just haven't got that easy layup at the basket, and some well-needed free throws here.
And back iron miss for the first free throw for Bush, and Hornell stuck on 2 points. 1:23 to go in the first period. One more free throw, try to get him to 3. I think Coach Scholes was hoping for more points in the first period. He does make the second. The good news for Hornell is Geneva's only at 10 so far. 1:20 to go. But they have the basketball as Harrison brings it across the midcourt stripe. They reverse it to Kerr. Harrison flashes, doesn't get the pass, but Martin flashes. He does. He hangs and finishes. Tough shot off the left side of the glass near the block. 8 points for Devin Martin. Clearly the best player on the court right now. Chase Freeland spins in the lane, and he's swallowed up by Martin, but too much contact, a little overzealous there. I think Martin could have maybe got the block without even jumping, but he fouled him.
Great spin move by Freeland. He does have a very nice handle of the basketball, and picked up that foul on Martin. And if Martin's not on the court, they're clearly not the same team. So he's got to play a little smart here. He can be aggressive there. He picked up his first. Tried to play a little smart here in the second quarter and save that type of thing for the second half.
And what they end up giving is no more free throws to Hornell, so Freeland makes the first one as Nick Askin checks out. Liam Ryan checks back in. Devin Martin staying, and he almost made it through the first period without any fouls. Freeland's second free throw rattles around, almost comes out, but then goes down. 12-5 your score. Inside a minute now, first period here at Pittsford Sutherland. Liam Ryan finds Jagger Kerr, who holds it left foul line extended up top to Wyatt Patchett. Back to Kerr. Kerr looks to drive, leaves it off for Harrison. Harrison into the lane, a little floater, in and out, rebounded by Arnick. So about a 1 second differential between the shot clock, game clock. 28 seconds left on the game clock, and Freeland's holding, and he may be holding for 1 here.
Yeah, there's not much differential. I think that's probably the smart play, but we'll see.
Now they're working it around, and it's Jackson White pulling up, and he makes the shot, but he traveled. So wave it off, and with 13.9, Geneva will have another shot. So many times that teams, you think hold it for one. They never do. They always get anxious and put one up. And now Geneva's going to have another opportunity.
It's not something I like to see. Sometimes you have a team, if they're really pressuring the ball, where you're going to turn it over and you can't hold for one. In that case, I bet Hornell probably just could have, like you said, could have just held it. They weren't right up on them. And instead of, worst case, being 12-5 going into the second quarter, now it could be 14-5, 15-5, 16-5, something crazy happens. So, little early jitters here for Hornell. They've got minimum 5 turnovers and not a recipe for success.
Neither team shooting it well from beyond the arc. I'd say they're about a combined 0 for 9 or 0 for 10 from three-point range in the first period. I want to remind you throughout the night some of the great sponsors that make our broadcast like this possible, like Connie's Diner in Waterloo. You can browse their full menu online at connieswaterloo.com. And Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, serving the best lunches in town. 10 seconds now. Liam Ryan, top of the key. Into the elbow to Harrison. Back to Ryan. 3-ball on the way. Good! There you go.
Coach Desering pumps his fist. He doesn't take much to get Coach fired up. He is fired up. Big 3 to end the quarter.
So at the end of 8 minutes to play here at Pittsford Sutherland, Geneva opens up the 15-5 lead. Second quarter action coming up straight ahead. It's semifinal week on FingerLakes1.com.
Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cramtastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com, supporting high school athletes for the past 50 years. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Second quarter action underway. Geneva basketball, they lead by 10. Jagger Kerr holds it up top to Ryan. Another 3 for Ryan. Back iron no good. Tried to book him the 2 quarters with 3-pointers. And here comes Jackson White. White into the baseline and reverse layup from Colin Bush is missed. Thought he could have had that one pretty easily instead of Geneva basketball. Here comes Martin. And this here Harrison, top of the key 3. Bangs! And a quick timeout by Coach Scholes, and the Geneva bench explodes onto the court. Now, that's never a good sign when you get a timeout 40 seconds into the quarter, Coach.
Yeah, I saw Coach Scholes kind of look up to the ceiling there, and he's kind of looking for answers. I think that's on the scouting report there. You're probably letting Harrison shoot that 3, but he knocks it down. They've got a couple here early, and really just struggling on the offensive end. They've had some looks. That reverse layup there, a miss. Freeland had a couple open looks early. They got to try to find a way to generate some easy offense and keep them in the game. I mean, this is danger time here right now.
Early danger time.
I wouldn't be surprised if Geneva's intensity on their press picked up a little bit here to try to get a quick one. It's only 4-2 in fouls, so a good time to be aggressive or to switch defenses. You see if Coach Scholes tries something else defensively. He's basically been in a pack line, man-to-man inside the arc. Maybe go to a 2-3 or a 1-3-1 or try something a little different.
Some out-of-town scores. Victor in the Class AA semifinal at the Blue Cross Arena leads 29-27 at half. What a season Victor Blue Devils have had. And then in the first half of that girls B2 semifinal game, Avon leads Wellsville 18-13 at the half. Here, it's Hornell basketball. Geneva leads 18-5, early second quarter. Here comes Colin Bush. He leaves it off for Connor Smith. Into the block. It goes to Arnick. Arnick in the paint. Right-handed hook, no good. Putback, no good. Another putback by Arnett, no good. Liam Ryan holds it. Pushes it up ahead to Jagger Kerr. Leaves it for Ryan. Now it's Nasir Harrison. He hands it back to Ryan. The Panthers set up their offense.
Good looks out of the timeout. Just can't make them for him.
Now Jagger Kerr probed the baseline and got in trouble. Threw it away. Here comes Chase Freeland. Freeland backs it off. Now dumps it down. Open baseline jumper, no good by Connor Smith, and Liam Ryan with the rebound. Now he's bothered in the backcourt by Mikomiski. It's into Devin Martin. Devin Martin drives, scoops it up and under and in, and he's fouled.
That was a great finish. Avoided the charge, which I thought was going to happen. Great body control. Brings it down, a little finger roll off the glass.
We've marveled at him all season. He just seems to be getting better and better and better as the year goes on, which is a great sign for Geneva as Jagger Kerr takes a seat. Nick Askin checks in, and Devin Martin gets set to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play with his team up 20-5. Jim really filling up here in Pittsford Sutherland now. Not many spots open in the bleachers. Martin does complete the three-point play. He's got 11 points, 21-5, 6:27 to go, second period. Freeland walks it across the timeline. Of course, we're already guaranteed a Finger Lakes East team in the Blue Cross Arena on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And we got he stepped out of bounds right in front of the Geneva bench, did Derek Mikomiski. The entire Geneva bench let referee Brian Pullyblank know. And now it's back to Geneva. They're up 16 points here. Great start for the Panthers. 5 points is all Hornell can muster here in the first about 10 minutes of the ball game with 6:06 left to go in the second period. Harrison swings it around to Martin. Martin finds Liam Ryan. Now back to Martin, and he kind of dropped it off his knee and out of bounds. It'll go back to Hornell. Couldn't ask for a better start for Coach Deseret.
No, and he's got some young kids out there too, so it's nice for them to get off to a good start. They're looking very confident right now and in control of the game, clearly.
So it's Colin Bush now bringing it across, guarded by Devin Martin. Pick on Martin. Bush goes by him, and a strong take on the left side by Bush, and he lays it in off the glass. Just the second field goal of the game for the Red Raiders. Here comes Nasir Harrison now pushing the tempo to Askin. Now Devin Martin right in front of us in the corner to Ryan. Back to Martin. This time Martin thought about driving baseline, but he was cut off by Connor Smith. 16 still to shoot. Nasir Harrison resets. Looking on the left side of the defense. Back up to Ryan. Ryan pump fake from three. He's met. Now Harrison has it. Just 6 seconds to shoot. Ryan now drives. Shoots from about 18 feet. Long rebound. Back to Harrison. He's open for three. That's well short. It's an air ball. So Liam Ryan's shot might have been blocked by a Red Raider partially. And boy, they left Jackson White wide open for three, and he buries it. The last thing you want to do with a big lead. It's like they totally lost him.
You can just see the confidence now on the Hornell kids' face. They finally had a couple buckets go down. They're breathing a little easier. They're just going to try to claw it back, try to get it to 5 or 6 by half. They'll be in okay shape.
They're on a 5-0 run, and Nasir Harrison's met at the rim and misses. And it's back to Hornell looking to extend this run. They're down 11, 4:30 to go, first half. And they find Connor Smith again, and Colin Bush. He had a double clutch, missed badly, rebounded by Geneva. Here they come. Nasir Harrison into the paint. A lot of contact, and we do get a call. This time
they're staring at each other.
Oh, Joe Ryder called a travel.
Yep. That's about 4 stops in a row here for Hornell. And as you mentioned earlier, Bush is getting to the 10. I think that last time he put a little too much English on it. He just went up and finished. He didn't need the finger roll.
Now here comes Hornell. It's Chase Freeland. Over to Connor Smith. And now another three ball on the way from White. No good. Big rebound by Ryan, and he wrestles it away from Stutzman, who fouls him. That'll be the second foul on Stutzman, and what a play by the much smaller William Ryan.
pretty good little athlete out there. Askin got away with a foul. I didn't think he let the shooter come down. And Hornell was looking for the three, but they didn't get it. And Hornell now extending the pressure a little bit here. Looks to see if they're a little man-to-man full court pressure here.
Bossard back into the game for Geneva as well with those 2 fouls. It's Askin, Bossard, Ryan, Martin, and Kerr. They throw it way up top and over the head of Devin Martin and out of bounds. So another turnover for Geneva and Hornell.
And Geneva's been stuck on 21 here for about 3 minutes. So really could have created some separation, allowing Hornell possibly to crawl back to the game. But they got 10 points here, 3 minutes to go almost.
Instead, Hornell can make it a single-digit game with a bucket here as Connor Smith drives against Kerr, hangs, and a little unlucky with a shot off the glass, rims out. Rebounded by Kerr. Now Kerr's dribbling down the court. Over to Bossard. Thought about a three. Now Ryan takes a three from the corner. No! Back iron high up in the air and ends up coming down and out. Now here comes Connor Smith the other way. Finds
nice pass.
Malik Arnick, who lays it in, and that was Colin Bush with the assist.
Bush,
and it's a single-digit game.
Bush is really attacking. He's getting by his guy, and a nice dish off to get an easy layup.
So now Askin holds, guarded by Arnick. Now Devin Martin has it. He takes one dribble out to Askin. Askin three ball. Yes! Second three-pointer of the game for Geneva. Third. Harrison and Ryan had one. Then we got a foul on the other end. So big bucket there to stop the scoring drought for Geneva. They lead 24-12, 2:45 to go in the half. And that foul is whistled on Jagger Kerr, just his first, but it will be 2 free throws for Jackson White, the 6-foot junior from Hornell. Takes a couple dribbles and misses the first.
It's tough to tell whether Hornell was in a man press last time or a 2-2-1. I think it was a 2-2-1, to be honest with you. Just trying to create a little tempo maybe to get them some offense.
Can't tell if they were disguising or if the cheerleaders were just blocking a view. Second free throw by White is good, and the lead back down to 11.
Yeah, it's just man-to-man. Just man-to-man. Just token man-to-man.
And now Devin Martin probing the top of the defense. A little Euro step and left-handed layup, and that is a next-level move by Devin Martin, who now has 13 points here.
I tell you, he finishes at the basket as well as anybody I've seen at this level this year. And just a unique play there, going over to his left, finishing with his right.
They dump it in on the block to Arnick. Now back out top. It goes into the corner. Now it finds its way back to Arnick on the block. He spins to his right and finishes. Really nice post move by Malik Arnick.
Arnick's giving them a nice spunk off the bench. Can elevate a little bit. Nice finish there.
26-15 your score. Inside 2 minutes now. Jagger Kerr thought about the three from the corner. Kicks it out to Devin Martin. Martin swings it to Askin, who finds Ryan. And Ryan has his pocket picked by Freeland. Streaking down the left side of the court. Up and under, reverse layup. Protecting himself from a potential block from Devin Martin. Really nifty play by Chase Freeland. And it's 26-17, 1:32 to go in the half.
Watching this first half, I think Hornell, Freeland is really, he's going to have to make plays like that here in the second half. He's got some speed and a nice athletic play with a good finish.
And now Martin in front of Coach Scholes finds Kerr. Kerr splits the defense, kicks it out to Askin. Askin's open for three. Mark it down!
Askin's defender made a poor play. He left him for a guy that just made a three, and Askin got another wide open one.
Pair of threes from Askin this quarter. Lead back up to 12. Now Chase Freeland tries to get to the rim. It's knocked out of bounds on the baseline. It'll stay with Hornell. 56 seconds left. 29-17 your score. Panthers advantage.
Could have been a bump there. They're letting them play a little bit here at the rim, which is usually the way it goes in sectionals.
They throw it over the top of the defense, inbounding from the baseline, and now it's Jackson White with the basketball. Left-handed dribble guarded by Askin. They kick it over to the right to Connor Smith. Back to the block to Arnick. Arnick this time spins to his right on the baseline, tries about a 6-foot baseline jumper and misses, and Devin Martin got the rebound and just kind of tossed it out of bounds. I think he thought that Liam Ryan was coming to him, and he wasn't. Threw the pass anyway.
A little miscommunication there between Martin and Ryan.
So another inbound from the baseline. It goes up top to Arnick, and we have a whistle.
Legal screen.
Looks like it. Looks like they're going to get Freeland. And Avon now up 22-13 over Wellsville in the third quarter of that B2 semifinal. More full pressure here at Pittsford Sutherland by Geneva. And Liam Ryan beats it. Picks up his dribble at the left elbow. Finds Parker Bossard. Takes a couple dribble. Kicks it out to Devin Martin. Martin drives baseline. Martin hangs, and what a finish by Martin! He went up and under the backboard, kind of using the backboard to shield himself from the defender on his left, and then somehow got it to go over the opposite side of the rim.
Look at Arnick's a pretty good shot defender, and he just looked at his coach like, what can I do?
And a little runner by Jackson White, no good. Here comes Geneva again.
Good pick by Bush.
Martin has pocket picked. Connor Smith at the buzzer misses. And that'll do it for the first half of basketball. Panthers lead 31-17. And when we come back, it'll be the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. And again, just our first of 2 games to come. This one's halfway over. It's been mostly Panthers, mostly Devin Martin. It's semifinal week here on FingerLakes1.com.
This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Ticino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 23 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Ticino's.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. For your life, home, auto, and future. Whether it's your first car, second home, or third child, the experienced professionals at Finger Lakes Partners can recommend the coverage that best utilizes and protects your assets. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo, and online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. 4 generations strong, DeSanto Propane is a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com or call 1-800-752-4574 and look for DeSanto Propane on Facebook. Ferrara Lumber has been locally owned for 3 generations and is more than just a lumber and building supplier. Stop in on Baird Street in Seneca Falls to browse their full section of power tools, hardware, lawn and garden, painting, and plumbing supplies, and talk to their experienced staff before planning your next home improvement project. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student-athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit bradvandusenphotography.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmers Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stevers Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmers Auto and Stevers Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. It's a Wonderful Run 5K. It's a winter run like no other through the streets of Seneca Falls, the town that inspired Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Learn more and register at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, locally owned for 43 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Legendary soups, wraps, salads, and the best burgers in town. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house. Specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs, call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardozola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing, website development, hosting, multimedia production, and home of the most popular website and mobile app in the Finger Lakes. Help FingerLakes1.com bring you more great live local sports coverage by becoming a supporter at patreon.com/FO1.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our trucking deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back inside Pittsford Sutherland High School. Your halftime score, Geneva 31, Hornell 17. It's the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. I'm Jim Sinacropi alongside Zach Young, and we're joined by Marcus Whitman head coach Greg O'Connor. And Coach, congratulations on the great win last night.
Thank you. It was a very good game. So proud of the boys. Gananda really fought hard. It was a great battle. So one of those games that you like to be on the winning side of, for sure.
Yeah, it was called that game last night, and the atmosphere inside that gymnasium was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Between the Red Jacket fans in the first game and then the Gananda and Whitman fans. I mean, the culture around Marcus Whitman basketball right now is so great. You get so much support.
Yes, we do. The community, we travel well. We actually scheduled a sign-up for a fan bus, and we actually ended up having to get two because we had so many kids sign up. And what our boosters does is we do have nice boosters, and they do a lot of great things for us. They pay for all the kids' tickets that ride that fan bus. So they get a free ride, free pass into the game. And so it's good motivation to get a bunch of kids there out of our district. And, you know, of course, the adults and all the family members are there, too. And, it was a great showing. Gananda had a great student section. They were going back and forth.
It was unbelievable.
Just a great atmosphere. Yeah, it's high school basketball.
Fantastic. Yep. Coach, tell us a little bit about the matchup here Friday. You know, somebody that you know very well, I'm sure. But tell us a little bit about what you're expecting.
I mean, we've played them twice, every year except for this year. So all the way back to when the kids were in travel and all that. So a little history there on the show before. Liam and all those guys were talking about the memories of playing them in 5th and 6th grade. Mm-hmm. So, there's a lot of history there. I think it'll be a completely different matchup than Gananda. Gananda, obviously that 5-out, really quick, active moving. Red Jacket has some powerful guards, and then the forwards are much bigger. And, they'll try to pound it down low. And, I think that'll be all right to keep Liam on the court a little bit, So, I felt matchup-wise, Gananda was just different, than anything we've seen. Yeah. And I didn't have my normal guys out there that I normally do, but our bench stepped up. But, Friday's going to be exciting. They pound it high, low, and have a couple great shooters. So they're athletic and strong.
How was practice today?
It was okay. You could tell we were a little tired. I got home myself at 11. Boys who know what time they got home and settled down and had to go to school the next day. But today was more of a recovery day and kind of get a lot of shooting in and a couple X's and O's. Energy was great. Attitudes were great. So tomorrow, Thursday, we'll get after it a little bit more and get ready. So
we're talking about 9 o'clock if we're lucky Friday night at the Blue Cross. Being the last of 3 games, it could get pushed back. Marcus Whitman, Red Jacket. I mean, we've been excited about the possibility of that happening every year, but usually doesn't work out. You could have been on the same side of the bracket. Somebody could have got upset, but this one seems like kind of destiny. The only thing that's bothering me about it is I think you guys, both these teams really deserve it, but only one team can win it.
I do agree with you on that one. Coach, I'm drawing a blank.
Trevor Gage.
Coach Gage really has done a phenomenal job, and I think you've said it before too. Newark softball, Hunyoy Class D, Red Jacket C2 last year, Red Jacket C1 this year. He's done a great job, and I wish we both could come out of there with a victory. but we can't. So it's going to be a great game, and I can't wait. So
yeah, me neither. We'll be there. We'll be live on Finger Lakes 1, part of a doubleheader. We're going to have Lions versus Perry as the 7 o'clock game, and then of course we're going to stay for the nightcap, and then guess what? We're going to come back at 9 a.m. for breakfast at the Big House because we're guaranteed a B1 championship game at 9 a.m. at the Blue Cross Saturday morning because we're going to be at least one Finger Lakes East team, but it's looking now if Geneva can hold on to this lead to be all Finger Lakes East final. So, what do you like if you played Geneva this year? Do you think they've gotten better since you played?
They're strong. They're athletic. I feel like they're moving the ball really well and finding the gaps. Man, Junior, how do you stop him going to the hoop?
You can't.
How do you stop that? Nick's hitting some nice threes from the outside right now, so that's really drawing an inside-outside game. So,
well, all right, Coach. Enjoy the second half, and thank you, and great luck. Good luck Friday night. Can't wait.
Coach, good luck.
Thanks, guys.
So that was Greg O'Connor, certainly feeling pretty good after last night's victory against Gananda at Newark High School. Here we're about ready for the second half as both teams back out on the court. Run through the first half scoring real quick. Devin Martin for Geneva leading all scorers with 15 points. Nick Askin with 6 on 2 3-pointers. Liam Ryan with 5. Nasir Harrison with 3. Parker Bossard with 2. As Cornell starts with the basketball, they're moving towards us now. As they start things off with a three-pointer by Jackson White.
I think it just gave him 2. He was just over the line, but nice little confidence booster there.
31-19 for Geneva. It's Askin Ryan. Alley-oop to Devin Martin. He slams it home with 2 hands. It looked like it was too high, but Devin Martin rose up and flushed it down.
Great draw there. Got him on the little back door, and oh, man, that's tough to recover from if you're worn out.
They're going to try, though, 3-ball on the way from Horst. Well short air ball. Bossard tips it to Ryan. Here comes Ryan up ahead to Askin. Askin to the bucket. Lays it in on the left side and flexes. Coming back down the court.
They say a dunk's only worth 2 points, but that was worth more than 2 points.
I think it's worth 5.5. Now a baseline drive and a double clutch and a bucket and a foul by Jackson White, who definitely came to play out of the halftime locker room and give us a chance to catch our breath after that amazing two-handed alley-oop slam from Devin Martin. It'll be the first foul on Liam Ryan of the game, as Freeland's free throw is up and in. And it's 35-22, 6:51 to go here, third period. I'm Jim Sinacropi, sitting in the corner of the gymnasium with my broadcast partner tonight, Zach Young. Glad you could be with us for this Class B1 doubleheader. Parker Bossard drives right side, a little too strong. Liam Ryan almost picked off the outlet to Stutzman, but Stutzman picks it up and gets it back to the senior point guard, Chase Freeland.
Both teams still in the man-to-man. Looks like Hornell's tried to go to a little more high screen and roll here to start the quarter.
And Stutzman hits the 3 from the top of the key.
The big man stepping out.
It doesn't look like the Red Raiders want to go away. The lead's down to 10. Now Devin Martin out to Liam Ryan. Now Askin open for 3. Yes!
And Askin struggled with his shot a lot in the first half of the year. I know his father worked with him, and happy for that kid. He's a sniper right now. 3 in the game.
Knuckleball. He throws a knuckleball up there. Not much rotation on it. Freeland behind the back now, guarded by Ryan. Into the corner it goes to Connor Smith. Back up top to Chase Freeland. And Freeland resets with only 10 to shoot. His team's down 13. Now a jump shot from just inside the arc. Rattles in and out by Connor Bush. Long rebound. And only the Red Raiders get on the ground as the Panthers watch it roll. And a shot blocked by Bossard. And here comes Geneva with numbers. Is Freeland slow to get up? And Kerr drives left side, a little nifty finish with the right hand on the left side. First bucket of the day for Jagger Kerr. 40-25, lead back up to 15.
Not just a miss by Freeland, but a block that ignites a fast break, leading to a 4-point swing.
And so Connor Smith Bounce pass to Stutzman on the block, guarded by Bossert. He takes one dribble. He stepped on the baseline right in front of referee Brian Polyblank.
As I like to call it, the Brad Pitt of Section 5 officials.
He is a handsome man and also was a great pitcher at Leroy in the early 2000s.
I think it was Cal Mum, to be honest.
No, I think, I only knew that because Paul Gotham told us about it earlier.
Pretty sure Pulley is a Cal Mum boy, but he's a Livingston County guy for sure.
So now Geneva gets back to work. Devin Martin rises, fires, top of the key, back iron too strong, way up for the rebound. Oh, we got a tie up. No, great job by Connor Smith to muscle that away, and they tried to feed it in to the paint, and it's picked off by the Panthers. 4-on-2 Panthers. Liam Ryan straight to the hole. Can't get it to go, but what a foul by Devin Martin. He must have been in the air for 4 seconds.
Great. We're saying it a lot here. Great leaper. Another turnover by Hornell.
And Kerr hits the jumper from inside the foul line. And it's all Geneva at this point. 44-25, 4:13 to go. Jagger Kerr, his second bucket of the period. Give me a chance to catch our breath here. Tell you about some of these great sponsors like Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. Insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Visit them online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. And Wilson Press and Mail House for all your printing and mailing needs online at wpress.com. And, of course, Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. You can order online at cicinos.com. A lot of our Wing Finger Lakes Section 5 athletes that we've covered this year have enjoyed some free pizzas from Cicino. As the player of the game, I always got a free large cheese pizza during our regular season broadcast. And out of the locker room, it looked like Hornell was going to, get right back into this, but Geneva and Devin Martin had different plans.
Yeah, just too much in transition. Hornell did finally make a couple shots from the outside. Another turnover.
Right off the timeout.
And, Coach Joels put his hands in the air, and I can't say I blame him, man. You draw up something, and you can't even get it in bounds. It's just a tough start.
So it's now Panthers ball as we got a fourth quarter update from that B2 girls semifinal. Avon is winning 35-32 over the Wellsville girls with 5:53 to go in the ball game. So good game over at Honeyway Falls Lima in the first half of that B2 semifinal. Here Parker Bossert drives baseline, pump fake, gets his defender in the air and draws the foul. He'll be shooting a pair of free throws with 4:07 to go here, third period.
I look to see, Geneva's going to keep this press on, and they've got a couple turnovers here. It's just a man-to-man. They're not really trapping out of it, but it's just bothering the Hornell.
Bossert's first free throw is well short. So Devin Martin with 19 points on the game here. Still 4:07 to go in the third. Bossert's second free throw is good, and it's an even 20-point lead now for the Panthers. And here comes Chase Freeland with the basketball in front of the scorer's table now, dribbling with his left hand, setting up the offense, trying to get back into this game. Down on the block to Arnick. That was successful in the second quarter, and it's successful in the third quarter as he finishes with a nifty little spin to the left. And now here comes Devin Martin right down the middle. And are you kidding me with Devin Martin tonight? A little Euro step to avoid the contact, and then somehow got his arm under the defender, flipped it up on the glass, and it went right in.
I mean, he's one of those kids. I think when you watch him, if you watch him from a coaching perspective, you're going to try. We're going to back off him and make him shoot it. But he made something out of nothing there.
Yeah,
that was just a Euro step. Arnick put his hands up like, what do you want me to do there? And there's nothing really he could do.
He completes the three-point play. Biggest lead of the night for the Panthers, 48-27, 3:39 to go, third period. Freeland whips it over to the right to McComiskey. McComiskey stripped by Jagger Kerr, but not before a foul is called. And the foul is going to go to Jagger Kerr. That'll be his second. So Devin Martin now with 22 points, plenty of ball game left. Man on a mission tonight for Geneva, and the first free throw rattles around and in for McComiskey. Second free throw is too strong. Ooh, Devin Martin outworked. Ooh, right into our scores table that one went. Right, not scores table, our broadcast table.
Good hustle by both teams.
Kevin Sharp with a nice assist. Our sign got knocked down, but I see him going over to get some tape to get us back up. As a nice pass from Kerr to Bossard. Bucket good in the foul. Kerr with a fist pump. And it's all Geneva here.
Yeah, Hornell kids starting to get a little frustrated. Didn't like the call.
Thanks, Sharpie. You the man.
You know, I know Hornell's kind of, they're trying to make, trying to get a quick bucket there, but that pressure was not effective at all. Geneva just sliced it up, easy layup. Some of the fans are chirping terrible call, but it really wasn't. First
foul on McComiskey as the free throw made by Bossard. 51-28, 3:18. Geneva inching closer to the Blue Cross Arena for the first time since 2014 as Chase Freeland misses a tough shot. Rebounded by Liam Ryan. Looked to push. He was met at about midcourt by Connor Bush, who fouled him. And that'll be the third team foul on Hornell. It'll be Geneva basketball. 3:07 to go. It's also the third foul on Colin Bush. So the inbound at Liam Ryan kicks it over to Askin into the right side corner to Martin, working off a Bossard pick. Now up top to Ryan. Ryan hands it off to Kerr in front of Coach Desring and the Geneva bench. Now over in the corner to Martin in front of the Geneva bench. The opposite corner he had it last time. Now he's dribbling, looking for a seam. Gives it up to Askin. 10 seconds to shoot still. Bossard, guarded by Arnick, drives by him, and Arnick reached and was whistled for the foul. As Tanner Strutzman checks back in for Arnick. 51-28, 2:40 to go, third period. Geneva leads Hornell. And we got a foul on the inbound.
Wow. A lot of fouls here quick on Hornell. About four in the last 30 seconds, to be honest with you.
That one's going to go on Stutzman. It's Stutzman's third. Again, he just checked in for Arnick. And again, about this time of a game when you're trailing by this deficit, you start to think of those seniors for Hornell who might be playing their last game in a Red Raider uniform as Askin misses a long three. Stutzman with a rebound. And we got another foul. Kind of unnecessary there. The outlet pass was made. There was no danger, but Joe Ryder made the call. And Bossard takes a seat. Nasir Harrison checks in also into the game for Geneva. Wyatt Patchett. Jagger Kerr takes a seat.
Geneva picks up in the full court press.
And Avon has opened up a 39-33 lead with 3:25 to go in the game over there in Honey Falls Lyman, the girls B2 semifinal, to be followed by our broadcast of Penny and Minders. Paul Russo and Michael Alessio set to give you the call there. As Hornell getting a little sloppy, but they get it back, and now it's at the foul line, and they do turn it over. Nick Askin finds Liam Ryan, left side, drive, hang, way off. Devin Martin comes flying in for the rebound, but it's out of bounds. So 51-28, 1:59 to go. As the atmosphere a little subdued at this point in the gymnasium. A lot of Newark and Waterloo fans probably waiting outside right now to get in. As we got a foul on Nick Askin as Jackson White drives left side, misses a shot. 2 free throws coming. Yeah, I mean, to full capacity, they can't let all the fans for the next game in. Probably waiting in the concourse. Beautiful concourse, beautiful concession stand too.
There's still some room over on our side, and I don't know what the max capacity is. You could let some people in and sit on the, the little silver area where they're walking. You can walk up to your seat, but probably most of the other fans are just kind of waiting. But
right.
The interesting thing will be, how many Geneva fans stay if they hold on here, and then what do? That's the problem with these type of venues.
Right. Oh, we got to travel. No, we got a timeout. Coach Scholes. Give me a chance to tell you about some more of our great sponsors, like Brad Van Dusen Photography, online at bvdsports.com. Order prints of your favorite high school athlete throughout the year at bvdsports.com. And Stevers Garage and Jimmers Auto. Used car inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And we have a update with 10 seconds to go at the Blue Cross Arena in the Class AA semis. Victor's up 60-58. It looks like it's going to be McQuaid basketball.
Squeezing for Coach Roberts there. Working with Coach Roberts in Mid Lakes for a couple years. He started out in Mid Lakes as actually coached in Geneva for a year. Then went over to Mid Lakes and then coached there for a couple years. Coached against him a couple times, and he went to RIT and was the assistant and got back in the high school game with Victor. And it'd be nice for him to get that team to the finals.
It's interesting. Our first broadcast of the year this year, actually, we did a girls' game in South Seneca, a girls' tournament, but we did a tip-off classic at Newark High School that featured Victor before anybody knew they were going to have that 19-1 regular season, but it also featured a matchup between Newark and Waterloo.
Yeah, yep.
And the same two teams that are meeting in our doubleheader here tonight. So we're bookending the season here as Hornell, and a nice move by Freeland to finish, trying to stay alive. They're down 21 with 1:34 to go. Nasir Harrison now over to Devin Martin. Martin up top to Liam Ryan. Ryan back to Martin. Martin rises, fires from three. Are you kidding me? Nothing but net.
It's his night tonight. I mean, he's hitting that shot. Hornell's got no answer.
Inside, outside, above the rim, below the rim. Doesn't matter for Martin tonight. And now Freeland tries to answer with a three. Way too hard off the backboard into the hands of Wyatt Patchett. And Liam Ryan has it now in no hurry. 1:06 to go, third period, up 24. 25 points for Devin Martin. Now Liam Ryan has it left side, tries to shoot over Stutzman. Stutzman brought his arms down a little. Maybe that's why they called the foul, but rough one for Stutzman's fourth foul.
I got a little bit of a gripe there. I could see the Hornell fans. I think Ryan kind of didn't get the fake and then jumped into him a little bit.
So Arnick up off the bench, set to check back in after the Ryan free throw, which goes down. So Liam Ryan now with 6 points on the night.
25-point lead.
And Devin Martin with 25 points on the night. Ryan makes it a 26-point lead. And it's going to be a fun week of practice at Geneva High as the Panthers return to the Blue Cross Arena for the first time since 2014 if they can hold this lead. And with Devin Martin skying for rebounds like that and then losing it but getting it back, and now we had a foul. Otherwise, Devin Martin was going to have a breakaway. I mean, everything's going right for Martin. Gets a great rebound, loses it, gets it back, taps it to a teammate, and then all of a sudden is open for a fast break dunk if the referee didn't blow the whistle.
Nice thing about Martin, I've watched a lot of high school games this year. Is every time he's made something, I don't see a lot of the celebrations after. He made that three-pointer. He just came down to the other end and continued to play. So he's having a great night. Probably the leader in-house right now for the MVP of this class.
Sure. Wyatt Patchett misses the first free throw, and now here comes Connor Smith, but it's blocked by Martin, but they're going to get a goaltend, I'm sure. Yep, they do.
Yeah, it was on its way down. You see Martin laughing a little bit about it. We were trying to get the call, but he knows that was a goaltend.
56-32, Geneva leads here. Inside 25 seconds in the fourth. Geneva can hold for one. Ryan baseline and a nice gentle flush from Devin Martin, who now has 27 points on the night as we're inside 10 seconds. Three-pointer on the way from Hornell. Short, rebounded by Askin. Tried to get it up, turns it over. Now Hornell will have one last shot as they come back quickly the other way and to the hole. And in, what a shot and finish by Jackson White, who's still down. His teammates help him up. And that's just kind of a foolish play by Askin there to turn it over in that situation. And so now a free throw coming. 58-34. 1.1 seconds left in the third quarter. As we're right in front of our vantage point here in the corner, Jackson White swishes the three-pointer, 58-35. Now Liam Ryan lets the clock run out, and after 3 periods of play here in the first half of the Class B1 boys doubleheader, it's all Geneva. 8 more minutes to the big house. Keep it right here on FingerLakes1.com.
Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC.
DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info. DISANTO Propane.com or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. DeSanto. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
And welcome back inside the gymnasium at Pittsford Sutherland High School, where your score 58-35. 8 more minutes to a potential trip to the Blue Cross Arena for Geneva. Say potential, not over yet, but gotta feel pretty good if you're a Geneva fan. Up 23 as they kick it. Oh, they kicked it to the corner, and Nasir Harrison was wide open, but an offensive foul before the pass on Parker Bossard.
Geneva still in the man-to-man press, just kind of token pressure, and even that causes Hornell to throw it away. Just kind of a careless turnover there. Hornell kids are clearly frustrated.
So now Jagger Kerr to inbound over to Nasir Harrison. And with 7:42 to go, Harrison dribbles across midcourt. And up to Jagger Kerr, and now over to Bossard. Inside to Harrison. Harrison shot at the rim short. Big rebound by Devin Martin. He's got to be nearing a double-double if he's not there already. Kerr finds Martin again. Again, Martin 27 points on the night. Kerr open in the corner for 3, and off the back iron, no good, but hustling out to get the long rebound is Kerr at the top of the key. Now he dribbles right side to Harrison. 3-pointer on the way, in and out. Rebound Hornell. Inside 7 minutes now, 58-35 Panthers lead. There's Jackson White. Dribbles into the lane, then backs it out to Freeland. Now it goes to Connor Smith. Back to White. White pulls up. A little fade away from about 16, no good. Hauled in by Parker Bossard, who tried to push it up to Martin, but it was intercepted by Connor Smith. And now Hornell gets back to work as Freeland with a tough drive and a tip off the miss by Arnick, and a second tip by Arnick off the miss.
Arnick's got some good springs.
He's got 8 points on the night, and it makes the score 58-37. Geneva in no hurry. Still looking to score here in the first 2 minutes of the fourth period. As Martin on the block wanted it, instead up top to Harrison. Harrison out to Bossard. Bossard dribbles inside the arc, rises and fires, and he's fouled.
Got him with a body. You know, Geneva's slowing their attack a little bit. You can tell they're trying to run 15 seconds off. Just have a couple guys cut through and then kind of go to their free-flowing offense. A lot of 5 out, just kind of letting the kids play a little bit and trust themselves, and they do share the ball nice.
Fourth foul on Colin Bush, and first free throw from Bossard is good. Second free throw by Bossard is good. 60-57. Long three, high three, well short from Jackson White. And Geneva takes over. Into the corner it goes to Askin. Up top to Harrison. Harrison drives, hangs, he's fouled, misses a shot. Oh, and almost I don't know what that was, but Colin Bush kind of punched the ball in frustration and went straight up into the rim and came down and hit him in the top of the head. So I guess the officials, they did tee him up as he walked away. I thought they might be doing him a favor, but as he was walking to the bench, referee Joe Ryder right behind him tees him up, and it's all elementary at this point, but that's probably going to do it for the season for the junior.
Just a kid, frustrated, fouled out. Probably said something he shouldn't have said, and we're just pretty much waiting for the finish of this one here, Jim.
Getting excited about the next one, yeah.
Hate to say it, but I can't see any fathomable way Hornell comes back. And if you're Geneva here, you're running a little clock. Maybe get JV call up in, and get your studs out and keep them.
As long as Devin Martin's on the court, though, anything could happen. So I'm still paying attention. So Nasir Harrison to shoot the technical free throw, and he makes it. It's interesting. I think, does Coach Desering think Harrison is the best free throw shooter on the team? Maybe is he the guy they're going to go to with the Blue Cross in a situation like this? He made both of them here.
I would keep him up there. I think that he shot the first two because that was a shooting foul. Now they're going to the technical free throws, and then they get the ball. Bossard stepping up.
So Bossard's going to shoot these. Yep. Good call, Coach.
If I'm Harrison, I'm saying, hey, I just made two in a row, baby.
Leave me there,
Leave me up there. You leave me up there.
I agree. But Bossard gets both of his. Second one was a little iffy, but it went down. And Avon has all but closed out Wellsville in the first half of the B2 girls semifinal at Honeywell Falls Lima. And 22 seconds left. They lead 45-39. Over at the Blue Cross Arena, Victor was down 3. They fouled a three-point shooter. The shooter for McQuaid made all 3 to win 61-60. So a brutal end to a great season from the Victor Blue Devils. And here it's Geneva ball.
Sometimes you get the breaks. And McQuaid, Coach Leisure's been blessed here lately.
And Askin knocks down a 3. And Coach Desering pumps his fist.
And what a bonus for this team when they've got Askin knocking down 4 threes, something they really haven't had all year.
And there's a answer from Chase Freeland for 3. 67-40 your score, 4:47 to go. So crossover from Harrison. Over in the corner to Askin. Back to Harrison, who's driving through the lane, missed it, got his own rebound, missed the putback. Rebound hauled down by Connor Smith for Hornell. Now quickly the other way come the Red Raiders. One last chance maybe. Three-pointer from Arnick on the way. Way too strong, but rebound by Smith. Finds Arnick streaking, gives it to him on the block, and he finishes.
And, despite the probable loss here, I think Arnick's had a really nice game for Hornell. He's altered some shots.
And Coach Desering's got a timeout.
Nice finish around the basket. Let's see if Coach empties the bench here. He's going to wait another minute or two.
So Arnick, a senior, playing his last game along with Colin Bush, Derek McComiskey, Connor Smith, Chase Freeland, Tanner Stutzman, and also on the roster Connor O'Rourke, Isaiah Garcia, Timmy Smith, and Tyler Acton. So a lot of seniors here going to be wearing the red and blue of the Hornell Red Raiders for the last time. At least the red and blue basketball uniform. Not sure if there's any spring sports going on. So 4:09 to go in this one, 67-42. And some acrobatics from the Hornell Red Raider cheerleaders.
Looks like some of the Geneva fans are cheering on the girl doing the backflips from Hornell.
And Geneva basketball, 67-42. It's Bossard, so the starters still in there are pretty much the first team. Martin, Bossard, Ryan, Harrison, and Askin. They work it around the outside. We're now inside 4 minutes. 25-point lead for the Panthers as Harrison loses it. Now we got numbers coming the other way for Hornell. Here comes Chase Freeland. He lays it too strong, but Hornell back for the rebound, but swatted away from behind by Devin Jr. Martin. It'll stay with Hornell. 27 seconds to shoot. Quite an athlete on full display tonight for the Panthers. He'll bring the Devin Martin Show to the Blue Cross Arena on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Breakfast at the Big House on FingerLakes1.com. As we got a foul as Derek McComiskey drives the lane and misses. And Parker Bossert checks out. And Jagger Kerr checks in. Not sure when Coach Desring's going to...
I think in this situation, he's probably waiting for Hornell
yep.
until he feels super comfortable. If Hornell would have done that right now, I could see him pulling the trigger and taking his kids out. But it's a sectional semifinals. You don't want to mess around. You work hard all year to get to this point.
So Avon defeats Wellsville 48-39. Second free throw miss. Arnick puts it back up and in. So McComiskey 1 for 2 from the free throw line. But 2 more points for Arnick. And here comes Nasir Harrison driving and not finishing. Rebound by Arnick. Strong player, Arnick. Out of bounds it goes. If Hornell had anyone on the court that could potentially match the athleticism of Devin Martin, who remains in the game, I might add, with 3:12 to go and a 22-point Panther lead, it would be Arnick. And now a strong take and shot by Chase Freeland over Liam Ryan, but he couldn't get it to go. Now here comes Liam Ryan the other way. Again, Panthers in no hurry. Give it to Harrison, holding it near midcourt, now into the corner to Jagger Kerr, up top to Liam Ryan. Ryan probes the top of that Hornell defense. Now on the block to Devin Martin. He's surrounded by 3 Red Raiders. Kicks it out to Askin. 3 ball on the way. Good. 5 3-pointers from Nick Askin.
Solid performance. And that just makes them a very, very tough team to guard. As you saw, they triple teamed Martin. It's going to leave some open shots, and Askin's been knocking them down all night.
Comiskey misses the shot. Askin with the rebound. Flips it to Martin. Now he hands it back to Liam Ryan. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Geneva 70. Hornell 45. Impressive performance in the semifinals from Coach Desering's Panthers. Now Liam Ryan kicks it over to Askin, right side. Up top to Harrison. Harrison drives and misses at the rim, but guess who's there? Devin Martin. It's his first points of the fourth period. 29 points on the night. And here come the subs as the Geneva students are chanting for it. Both teams clearing the benches. And Coach Desering with a high five and hug to Devin Martin. And now, as he likes to do, he turns to his Geneva crowd on both sides and gets them pumped up. Heading to the Big House.
Coach Desering, longtime JV and assistant coach, put a lot of time in the gym with Coach Miller over the last couple of years. So happy for him that he gets a chance to experience this. And they got a great shot to win the title. And
Stutzman with a free throw, make it 2 free throws. And so on the court now for Geneva, we have Dugan Doblin, Kyle Pereira, Mike Bowler. Actually, that's not Bowler, wearing number 40 tonight. Luke Lawson and Nick King.
Sometimes some numbers can change here late in the year.
Right.
You get that kid that gets called up.
And there's the kid wearing Mike Bowler's number, missing. Let's just hope he doesn't do anything, right? 1:27 to go. (72-47). Pereira with it. One dribble. Right-handed baseball pass. For a three-pointer from Luke Lawson.
Cool name, too. Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke Lawson. 75-47. Inside a minute. And the long jump shot, no good. Pulled down by Geneva. This will just about do it. And it's Pereira turning it over. Oh, nope, they got it back. Jump shot on the way and missed by Dugan Doblin, and rebound pulled in by Eli Dunn for Hornell. Shot clock off, Hornell basketball, 24 seconds to go, 75-47. And that pass goes right to Coach Scholes. So Geneva will get the basketball back with 16 seconds left. See if they just run it out. His hand signals from Coach Desering over to the student section. I think he's telling them to stay off the court. And the ball goes into the hands of Dugan Doblin. Game clock down to 5. And for the first time since 2014 when they won the Class A2 title, the Geneva Panthers are heading back to the Blue Cross Arena for a showdown with the winner of our next game, 9 a.m. Saturday morning. They'll face the winner of Newark and Waterloo. And before we go to break, Zach, how impressive were the Panthers tonight?
Talked about one of the keys to the game at the beginning is their outside shooting. They knocked down at least 8-9 threes. And right there, Devin Martin, one of the better performances I've seen all year. So they're on a nice roll here, and I'm sure they're looking forward to Saturday morning.
So we're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll hopefully hear from Devin Martin and maybe a couple Panthers. It'll be the Little John Orthodontics Smiles with Style postgame show. Once again, your final. I never write it down, Zach. They take it off the board.
75-47.
We'll go with that. 75-47. Geneva over Hornell. Heading to the Class B1 title game on Saturday morning. We'll be right back on FingerLakes1.com.
Help FingerLakes1.com bring you more great live local sports coverage by becoming a supporter at patreon.com/FO1. Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC.
DeSanto. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our trucking deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
And we are back inside Pittsford Sutherland High School. It's the Little John Orthodontics Smiles with Style postgame show, where your final score here in the first half of our Class B1 boys doubleheader, 75-47, the Geneva Panthers won. We got 3 Geneva Panthers here with us at our broadcast table. I'm Jim Sinacrobi with Zach Young. Before we get to the second half of our doubleheader in about 20-25 minutes, we're going to talk to, we don't really have our players of the game, but we have 3 guys that had a huge impact, Liam Ryan, Nick Askin, and Devin Martin. I'll start with you, Liam. I don't know if you remember when Geneva won that title in 2014.
I do. I was actually at the game. I was little. I was looking up to like Stephen Dolgus, all of them. Stephen's kind of my role model. He was a point guard.
Yep.
For that group.
Very similar type of game.
Yeah, very similar type of game. Hoping he had a very good game at Blue Cross, so hoping they can carry over. I think we really gelled well together tonight. I think it's really going to carry over.
How about you, Nick? Your dad was working on some three-point shooting earlier in the year, and in the second half, you really started shooting it good. You made 5 of them tonight. You ready to knock some down in the Blue Cross?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so absolutely, and feeling good out here tonight, for sure.
It was a great team win.
Yeah, absolutely. And Devin, you had 29 points, I think. Yeah, 29 points. But my favorite one, who threw the alley-oop pass? Was Liam? Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much highlight reel material right there. What were you thinking? You knew he was going to throw it when he made eye contact?
We wanted to get another big play in. So
we did it last week when we played in Pell Mag. So we've been working on it. So
well, they pulled it off. So talk about heading to the Blue Cross Arena. Has that been a goal of yours all season?
We're ready for the Blue Cross, man. That's been the plan all season to get there. We made it.
Yeah, you absolutely did. And this next game coming up, I'm going to ask you guys to kind of play prognosticators here. You got Newark and Waterloo. You guys swept the season series, I think, against both these guys. But who's your prediction?
That's tough to say.
I'm baiting you. I'm not going to make you pick a winner. You're going to have to play the winner, so I don't want to give them any bullet board material. But what do you think about these two teams?
I think they're two very very good teams. They're big. Both of them have some size. Newark is bigger. I think Waterloo's going to have to box out if they want to win this game because Newark's sizes. If they keep giving Newark second chance shots, it's going to be tough to beat Newark. But if Waterloo stays hot from 3, which is their kind of bread and butter, it's their game. So I really couldn't tell you who's going to win, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want you to. That's bulletin board material. Maybe
great job as a former coach there, not giving anybody bulletin board material. Very smooth, very smooth.
So any comments on these guys? Any tips heading to the Blue Cross? Now, you've coached in the Blue Cross 3, 4, 5 times maybe?
Yeah, it's a different game. I would say enjoy it. Get to bed early because you're playing really early, playing at 9 a.m. That's going to be a little different for you. Just try to soak it up and enjoy it. And a lot of people will talk about the shooting there in the background. When you get there, get as many shots as you can. But a lot of that, I think, is mental. The rims are very friendly, and you guys really share the ball well tonight. And I've been watching you since you were little kids. You probably don't remember. I worked with your dad for a bunch of years. You're coming in the gym shooting, so it's cool to see you guys all grown up. And you've always been successful coming through the year. So I wish you luck Saturday and going forward.
Yeah, and got a couple of seniors here, Nick and Liam. Devin, a junior, we're going to be enjoying him next year. Talk about playing for Coach Desring and the type of energy he's brought to the program this year. He's kind of turned up the notch a little bit offensively. Is it fun?
It's fun. He's done very well with the program, keeping it going from former Coach Miller.
Yep.
He brings a different kind of energy to the gym, just a different style of play. But it's been fun this year. We've really all gelled together, like I said, and it's just fun.
Well, I'm going to let you guys go celebrate with your team. You're going to watch a little bit of this one before you head back?
Yeah, we're staying till halftime.
Staying till halftime? All right, well, have good practice this week. We'll see you bright and early on Saturday morning. We'll be there.
Sweet.
Get a good night's sleep, and good luck in the championship game Saturday. Good job, you guys.
Good luck, guys. Take care.
So, good job, Devin. Good game. So, got to be feeling good, Zach, if you're the Geneva Panthers right now.
Yeah, not just a win, but a dominating win going forward. Didn't really have a great game in the lead-up. I mean, only beating Palmyra by 5 points, and I didn't watch the game, but just reading the articles and talking to people, it was a little scary there for a while. So definitely came out, took care of business tonight. We're very focused, very poised, and moving on to their one of their goals of the year, which is to get to the Blue Cross Arena.
And it was really never in doubt as Waterloo and Newark both on the court. About 13 minutes, 30 seconds on the game clock here. I'm going to run through the final scoring tonight for the Hornell Red Raiders. They end their season at 16-6. And they had Chase Freeland leading the way with 14, Jackson White with 11, 5 points for Colin Bush and Tanner Stutzman, 2 points apiece for Derek McComiskey and Connor Smith. And for the Geneva Panthers, it was Devin Martin, 29 points, 27 of them in the first 3 periods, 17 points for Nick Askin on 5 3-pointers, 10 for Parker Bossard, 7 for Liam Ryan, 5 for Nasir Harrison, 4 for Jagger Kerr, and 3 for Luke Lawson. Now, before we take a break, Zach, do you think one of these two teams we're about to watch, Waterloo or Newark, is a better matchup for Geneva Saturday?
Better matchup. I'm not sure about a better matchup. They both present different challenges. I guess if I were predicting, like you said, Waterloo, they do rely a lot on the three ball, and teams like that in the arena sometimes can really struggle and not get it. Whereas Newark does bring that size, but I guess it's just a different type of preparation either way. They've had close games with both of them throughout the year. I think that Waterloo is able to score the ball a little easier, than Newark is in the half court and in transition. So this is just an interesting matchup here tonight. We'll see.
So we're going to step aside for about a 3 or 4 minute break. When we come back, we'll begin the pregame festivities for Game 2 of our doubleheader. And we've been really excited about this one. Finger Lakes East rivalry. They split in the regular season. Tiebreaker tonight. The prize, a trip to the Blue Cross Arena, where it's going to be an all Finger Lakes East final. I want to also remind you that getting just underway over at Honeyway Falls Lima High School, it's the Mike Alessio and Paul Russo with the call for FingerLakes1.com between Penn Yan and Minders. Penn Yan, the 1 seed in the B2 girls bracket. They're playing for a spot in the girls championship game in Class B2. So we are going to step aside as we wrap up the first half of our doubleheader. And it was all Geneva. They'll await the winner of Waterloo and Newark. Once again, it's going to be an all Finger Lakes East matchup in the Blue Cross at 9 a.m. Get up early for some basketball on Saturday morning on FingerLakes1.com.
This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 23 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. For your life, home, auto, and future. Whether it's your first car, second home, or third child, the experienced professionals at Finger Lakes Partners can recommend the coverage that best utilizes and protects your assets. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo, and online at FingerLakesInsurance.com. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. 4 generations strong, DeSanto Propane is a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com or call 1-800-752-4574 and look for DeSanto Propane on Facebook. Ferrara Lumber has been locally owned for 3 generations and is more than just a lumber and building supplier. Stop in on Baird Street in Seneca Falls to browse their full section of power tools, hardware, lawn and garden, painting, and plumbing supplies, and talk to their experienced staff before planning your next home improvement project. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student-athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit BradVanDusenPhotography.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmers Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at JimmersAuto.com. And for service, visit Stevers Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmers Auto and Stevers Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. It's a Wonderful Run 5K. It's a winter run like no other through the streets of Seneca Falls, the town that inspired Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Learn more and register at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, locally owned for 43 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Legendary soups, wraps, salads, and the best burgers in town. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house, specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs. Call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardazola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing, website development, hosting, multimedia production, and home of the most popular website and mobile app in the Finger Lakes. Help FingerLakes1.com bring you more great live local sports coverage by becoming a supporter at patreon.com/FO1.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cramtastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our trucking deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back, everybody, inside Pittsburgh Sutherland High School. We're about to get ready for the second half of our doubleheader. It's a Section 5 Class B1 Boys semifinal doubleheader on FingerLakes1.com. As semifinal week rolls on for FO1 Sports, the final score of our first game, Geneva 75-47. They punched their ticket to the Class B2 championship game at the Blue Cross Arena on Saturday morning at 9 a.m., if you can believe that. 9 a.m. start. They're going to face the winner here of our nightcap between a pair of Finger Lakes East League mates in Newark and Waterloo. And I'm Jim Sinacropi alongside Zach Young. And Coach, how do you break down this matchup? Let's look at the Ferrara Lumber keys to the game. You can check out Ferrara Lumber when planning your next home improvement project at ferraralumber.com.
Well, you all set? Newark definitely has the height advantage and the size, and I just think Newark's got to try to score down low, and Waterloo's going to shoot the three. Waterloo is streakier. They've got that streak ability. They can, they're able to. If they get down early, they're going to be able to sustain it and come back. And I think it's really important for Newark to get off to a good start here and try to play from the lead rather than play from behind.
Right.
They just don't score it as easily. They sit in that 2-3 zone with all their length and kind of dare it. Talking with a couple people, they didn't get, the zone's been coming around. They've got out on shooters really well versus Batavia. And another key, I think, the second game. I had the night off. I was able to go, so I snuck out and watched the game. Waterloo's press really affected Newark, and kind of, they were able to get some easy buckets out of it. Newark had a lot of turnovers, and they kind of went in a little skid after that game, but they seem to have got some mojo back here and are playing better down the stretch.
So it's a big night for Class A classifications and boys tonight, and some action in D2 for girls and Class B for girls and boys. Over in Honeywell Falls, Lima, Paul Russo and Michael Alessio set to call the second half of that doubleheader between Minders and Penn Yan, and also a couple of Finger Lakes East opponents. In the first half, it was Avon defeating Wellsville 39, so Avon awaits the winner of that Penn Yan Minders game. Over at the Blue Cross Arena in the semifinals of Class AA, Victor had a 3-point lead with just a few seconds to play. They followed a 3-point shooter for McQuaid, who made all three. and Victor sees their season come to an end at 20-2 with that loss, a 61-60 loss to McQuaid. So McQuaid will be in the big house on Saturday night for the main event. We already know where we're going to be Friday night at the Blue Cross Arena. At 7 o'clock, it will be Lions versus Perry. There's a familiar matchup in the title game.
It's funny, it's about the 6th time, I think, in 10 years that they played in the sectionals.
So what do you think about that matchup for your former team, the Lions?
You know, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't seen Perry play. I heard they 2 years ago, they had some freshmen that were up with Cowie, and
right.
Michael Hockey, I know, is one of their leading scorers. From what I hear, a lot of the same thing for Perry. You know, they shoot it well, they move it, and not a lot of inside game. And Lions is going to go, as far as that junior class, and Benji Kemp takes them. So I think it'll be a good matchup.
Yeah, they survived at Bloomfield last night, 62-60, and then also last night we just had an outstanding doubleheader at Newark High School that I was lucky enough to call with Kevin Sharp. And the first half saw the Red Jacket Indians, the top seed, win fairly easily over the Byron Virgin Bees. But the second game between Marcus Whitman, the 2 seed, and Gananda, the 3 seed, was quite a battle. Whitman just couldn't pull away. They had the lead up to 12 in the fourth quarter. Gananda got it down to 4 inside 2 minutes, just couldn't get any closer. Outstanding performances from Andrew Gabbard and Jerry Brongo. Losing effort for Gananda, and Coach Greg O'Connor, who we heard from during halftime of our first game here tonight, has his team ready to meet Trevor Gage's Red Jacket Indians for the second game on Friday night. 7 o'clock, the Class C2 finals. 9 o'clock will be the Class C1 finals at the Blue Cross. FingerLakes1.com will be there for both of them. And then we'll be right back at the Blue Cross at 9 a.m. on Saturday morning for the B1 boys final between Geneva and the winner of our next game, the Waterloo Indians and the Newark Reds. About ready to get underway as the pregame clock winds down, showing 45 seconds. I'm Jim Sinacropi, sitting in the corner of Pittsford Sutherland Gymnasium with Zach Young. Directly to our left across the baseline is the Newark bench. Newark's wearing their road maroon uniforms with white and gray trim. Across the other side of the scorers table, directly diagonal from us in the gym's opposite corner, is the Waterloo bench with first-year head coach Tim Darnell. Waterloo wearing their home whites as a higher seed, orange lettering, black trim, full crowd. Newark students behind their bench, and you can't read that. So anyways, we're going to get another national anthem soon. I think we're going to take a break at that point. But Newark fans directly behind the Newark bench, Waterloo fans filling in behind their bench. Waterloo fans also across the court directly on the other side from their bench, as are Newark fans. And a lot of general interest fans here for this game for sure coming up in just a few moments. But it looks like we are going to get a second national anthem as the PA announcer here welcoming fans here that weren't here for the first game. Now, the way it works is it really fills up. And then when one game ends, a lot of those fans leave, new fans come in. So some fans have been here for the full doubleheader. Some are here for the first time tonight. And either way, we got a great rivalry game coming up between a pair of Finger Lakes East opponents that split during the regular season. Our very first boys broadcast, basketball broadcast of the winter, featured Waterloo and Newark. Newark was number 1 in our power rankings at that time until Waterloo upset them in the opener, and now they meet here 3 months later with a trip to the Blue Cross Arena on the line.
I tell you, this Section 5 reading here is longer than I have ever heard. It was 4 minutes at the Lions Geneseo game last night.
Well, I guess they got a lot of information to share here, but it's quieting down here as I think we're getting ready for the national anthem. So that means that we are, we're going to step aside. When we come back, it'll be time for basketball. Game 2 of our doubleheader here on FingerLakes1.com. Waterloo Newark coming up straight ahead after the break. You're listening to the semifinal week on FingerLakes1.com. Keep it right here.
At FingerLakes1.com, we have always pledged to you to bring the most comprehensive local news coverage, access to timely information, and a locally focused, entertaining media option. Support FingerLakes1.com and help us bring you more great local sports coverage like this by visiting patreon.com/FL1.
DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info. DISANTO Propane.com or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. DeSanto. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back inside the Pittsford Sutherland High School Gymnasium, where we're about ready for the second half of our doubleheader between Waterloo and Newark. Winner, of course, goes on to face Geneva at the Blue Cross Arena on Saturday morning, if you're just joining us. I'm Jim Sinacropi alongside Zach Young. We're getting ready for starting lineups. And there we go, we had a little audio difficulty with our external mic. The Finger Lakes 1 sports team, Zach, is all over the place. We're doing 10 games in 3 days here for semifinal week, and then we're committed to covering all of the championship games involving Wayne Finger Lakes teams. But of all the games in semifinal week, this might be the one I'm most excited for. Newark Waterloo straight ahead here as the Newark starters are getting introduced. It is Dustin Case, Devin Augusto, Josh Green, Rayshawn Howard, the spectacular freshman, and Blade Case. Dustin and Blade seniors, Augusta senior, Josh Green a senior, Rayshawn just a freshman, and Waterloo will start senior point guard Julian Ruiz, senior shooting guard Michael Hubbard, junior Kyle Saluka, junior Devin Felber, and the big man in the middle, Joel Kraft, also a senior. And so the other wrinkle to this game, Zach, is we just mentioned all the seniors. For one of these two teams, it's going to be the last game for their seniors, and the other ones are going to fulfill that dream of getting to the Blue Cross. Now, Newark Blue Cross isn't such an unfamiliar place. As a matter of fact, most of these kids have been here. They were there last year. I believe they were there 3 years in a row.
Yeah, they've had a good little streak here. You know, it's one of the winningest programs in Section 5 history. When you look at Waterloo, it's been a long time. You know, it's been a long time since they've even got there. It'd be
1972 since they won it.
Since they've won, you know, it'd be huge for the program to get just at least get them back there and get some momentum built.
And we're ready to go. Kraft against Augusto, and Waterloo controls to start this game. They're moving towards us from our vantage point in the quarter here at Pittsford Sutherland. And Ruiz passes to Hubbard. Now Ruiz tries to get inside to Felber. It's batted out towards midcourt. Ruiz controls it, now gets it to Kyle Saluka. Now an elbow jumper from Joel Kraft is good. 2-0 Waterloo. Almost a steal by Ruiz. Referees for tonight's ball game, Jim Palermo, Devin Mayo, and Sean Levert. Pretty experienced crew here. They go with 3-man crews from the quarterfinals on here for the boys in Section 5. As Newark Athletic Director Chris Corey standing right to our right here. Been anticipating this game. We saw him last night in Newark for that C2 boys semifinal that Newark High School hosted. They tried to get it inside to Rayshawn Howard. Almost tipped away. Now Augusto rises with a left-handed hook shot off the glass and in. It's tied at 2.
Nice left-handed hook from Augusto. And Kraft, guys normally aren't really in the scoreboard earlier. Getting a little confidence.
So Waterloo now gets it to Kyle Saluka at the free throw line. A little fadeaway from the elbows, no good. And Augusta and Howard battle for the rebound. They get it to Josh Green, the de facto point guard for the Reds. Now a pump fake from Dustin Case and a drive on the baseline, but he lost it into the hands of Kyle Saluka. Down the middle of the court, flips it over to Ruiz. 3-ball, yes! Julian Ruiz buries the first three-pointer of the evening, 5-2. Waterloo leads, 6:39 to go first period.
Nice find by Saluka in transition, unselfish, and Ruiz knocks it down.
Blade Case gets it to Dustin. They're not brothers. They are cousins. Baseline drive. Rayshawn Howard pulls up, misses from about 10 feet. All right, that was Green missing. Rayshawn Howard with the offensive rebound. Now Green gets it back and drives, and he's bumped. Taking it to the 10 on the right side. Free throws coming for the freshman.
Early foul on Ruiz. Going to have to play a little closer to the vest here. They're a different team without him on the court.
And first free throw from Josh Green's up and in. 5-3, 6:18 to go.
Well, Green, the first time they played, was really effective. Got to the rim a lot. Not so much the second time.
And the second free throw unluckily rolls out. Waterloo rebounds, and Ruiz brings it across the timeline. Finds a cutting Saluka, high-low to Kraft, and Kraft is fouled by Rashawn Howard, and that's going to be Howard's first foul, and Kraft shooting a couple free throws.
Another great pass by Saluka. Flash through the middle, little no-look. A lot of attention drawn to him when he catches in the middle of that zone, and Kraft, the beneficiary.
First free throw off the mark from Kraft.
I think it's going to be a little louder in here for this game, Jim. You can tell, a lot more people here. Student section right here to our right, pretty loud.
Second free throw short, and corralled right in front of our vantage point here in the corner by Josh Green. Up ahead to Dustin Case for three, no good. Rebounded by Devin Augusto, takes it baseline, reverse layup, no good. Rebound battled for between Hubbard and Rashawn Howard, and it is Hubbard winning the battle, and now Waterloo gets back to work. Ruiz, Saluka, Felber, Kraft, and Hubbard. Kraft at the free throw line, got it, turned to the basket, one too many steps. Sean Levert with the call, and it's Newark basketball now. Three-quarter court pressure from Tim Darnell's Indians, and it's tapped away and stolen by Ruiz, and he lays it up and in.
And there it is, similar to what happened in the second game. Little 1-2-2. And if you're a college basketball fan, kind of the Villanova press, I like to call it, dropping back to man-to-man. But early dividends for Waterloo.
7-3 Indians lead, 5:15 to go first period. Josh Green surveys the defense from the right hash mark. He's guarded man-to-man by Ruiz. Into Augusta, spins in the lane and can't finish. Joel Kraft rips it down.
Two good looks for Augusto.
Off to Ruiz. Ruiz sets. He's got Hubbard on his left, Saluka on his right. Coach Darnell shouting out the instructions. And now Felber and Hubbard switch places, and Felber has it left side, kicks it back to Ruiz. Back to Felber. Down on the baseline to Ruiz. Rises and fires from about 16 feet on the baseline. Well short, rebounded by Josh Green. Now Green back and forth with Dustin Case. Green over to Augusto. 7-3 Indians lead into the foul line area to Dustin Case. Now back up to Augusto, top of the key. Right side, Green. Left hand dribble. Stopped by a pair of Indians. Now into the corner for three. Off the top of the backboard and no good. It was Dustin Case. Here comes Waterloo the other way, but they don't have numbers. They pull it back up. The senior point guard, Ruiz, resets. Big game feel here in Pittsford Sutherland. It's going to be an all Finger Lakes East final on Saturday morning, but is it going to be Waterloo or Newark? Right now the Indians lead 7-3. It's into the corner. Hubbard for three. Way off.
Missed that one badly. He's a pretty good shooter typically.
Made a game winner at the buzzer against Wayne. Second to last game of the regular season at home. Now here comes Newark getting back to work in their half-court offense. Only 3 points for the Reds, 4.5 minutes into this ball game.
Newark running their traditional high-low with a little ball screen mixed in. Been running it for years. Every coach
Dustin Case rises and misses from the elbow. Long rebound right into the hands of Michael Hubbard. He takes it over the far side timeline in front of the scorer's table to Devin Felber. And they reverse it back around. Now Sluka has it near the hash mark right in front of referee Jim Palermo. Inside out, Felber to Kraft, quickly to Sluka, who knocks down a probably more like a 15-foot jumper. And Sluka's on the board. 9-3 Indians.
Waterloo doing a nice job making sure that ball goes in the high post and then getting a jumper afterwards.
Josh Green misses a runner. Rebound batted around, finally controlled by Ruiz, who's now guarded 90 feet from the basket by Josh Green, so he gives it up to Felber, now gets it back across the block ice at the center of Pittsford Sutherland High School, and they get ready to run another offensive set. Felber wide open on the baseline. He shoots the baseline jumper, it goes through the cylinder and down, and it's 11-3, all Waterloo early, 2:25 to go here. First period. Josh Green sets, finds Dustin Case. Right side, back to Green, top of the key, guarded by Ruiz. Dribbles left. Blade Case thought about a corner three. Instead, tries to loft it into the freshman. Picked off by Ruiz. Here come the Indians. Back and forth, crossover, right-handed, hanging shot. No good by Ruiz. Sluka flies in for the putback, also no good. Newark basketball. Inside 2 minutes now, first period.
Waterloo's doing a good job of fronting whoever's on the block.
A little pass over the top that time to Augusta, who misses the layup on the left side. Rayshawn Howard puts it back up. No good. Long rebound to Ruiz. He's going 1-on-2. Little Euro step. Go! As he looks at the crowd as he runs back up the court. 7 points for Julian Ruiz, 13-3. And we got a timeout with 1:29. Coach Henry Couperis has seen enough.
Ruiz, really nice job not picking up the charge there. Under control, little Euro step with a good finish. And, Newark's got some good looks down there on the block. They just are missing. And then, Waterloo's being awful feisty. And once they get it, they're off to the races.
Got an update from the Minders-Penn game. The Mustangs up 11-8 at the end of the first quarter. Here, your score 13-3. Indians lead early over Newark. Augusta got a nice look early, made a tough shot close, and it was the only field goal they could muster in the first 6.5 minutes of the first period here. Meanwhile, Waterloo got a 3-ball from Julian Ruiz. A couple more 2-point field goals. Sluka, Felber, and Kraft each add 2, and it's 13-3. Back on the court now, working away from us is Newark. Dustin Case, guarded by Johnny Lawrence, who just checked into the game for Waterloo. And there's a bucket from Josh Green. He kind of pulled up from about 10 feet, knocked down the jumper, and boy, that was a much-needed basket for the Reds.
He's got that ability to get that shot whenever he wants with his length. And like you said, big shot.
Lawrence right side in front of the Newark bench, crossover. Throws it way up top to Sluka. Sluka tries to thread the needle down to Joel Kraft, and that ball comes right over near our broadcast vantage point, and right between Bob Miranda and Kevin Sharp, who are standing just to my left. Standing room only crowd here. Pittsford Sutherland. Ruiz inbounds underneath his own basket up top to Sluka. He wants it back. He gets it back, but Josh Green recovers defensively. 43 seconds to go. Only 9 to shoot, though. 13-5 Indians lead. Lawrence, long 3-ball top of the key. No good. And ripped down by Isaiah Camp into the ball game for the Reds. And we have 29 seconds left. Shot clock's off. Reds looking to cut into that 8-point Waterloo lead before the end of the first period. Josh Green gets it over to Blade Case in the corner. He's in trouble. He almost threw it away. Ruiz got a hand on it, knocked it out of bounds near his bench. 14.5 seconds remain. And it'll be Augusto inbounding right next to Coach Tim Darnell. And they get it into Dustin Case, but it's tapped away. And here comes Ruiz. Bounce pass to Lawrence. Back to Ruiz. He fumbled it. Now a fadeaway. Blocked partially by Camp. 4 seconds left. Here comes Augusta. 2 seconds left. Straight down the middle. Foul's called.
Talk about a tough end of the quarter for Waterloo. Lawrence passed up the layup, trying to maybe get a little, I don't know if it was fancy or what, but he gave it back to Ruiz. don't get the basket.
Yeah.
And now you got 2 free throws for Newark. So a potential 4-point swing there from really.
It's just a standard 2-on-1 break. Ruiz recognized it, bounced past it to Lawrence, and then Lawrence, instead of taking the shot, kind of kicked it back to Ruiz, who wasn't really ready for it, fumbled it, and the rest is history. But Augusto misses the first free throw and lid on the basket for the Reds' first period. Just 5 points here with 0.9 seconds to go. Second free throw, also no good, and Joel Kraft pulls it down at the end of 1 quarter. It's been all Waterloo. Newark struggling to score the basketball. It's 13-5. Second quarter action coming up straight ahead here on FingerLakes1.com. You're going to want to keep it right here. We'll be right back.
Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cramtastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com, supporting high school athletes for the past 50 years. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
Welcome back inside Pittsford Sutherland High School. Jim Sinacropi, Zach Young for FingerLakes1.com. Second quarter about to get underway. It's 13-5. Waterloo leads over Newark. And for Newark, it's going to be Josh Green, Augusto, Carter Steve into the ball game now, along with, looks like, Isaiah Camp and Adam Lombardi. Lombardi holds top of the key. Now he kicks it over to Carter Steve. They loft it into Isaiah Camp, who turns and scores on the block. They made it look pretty easy that time, Zach.
Yep, they were able to finally get a clean look. And, when I say they've had opportunities in the first quarter, they did. But he finally converted one easily.
So we got a score correction. It was actually Miners up 11-8 on Penn after 1 period. And now we got a steal and a foul. Yeah, the Minders girls up 11-8 on Penn Yan after 1, so the higher seed up to a good start.
The last couple possessions defensively, I felt like Newark was a little more active, got their hands on a couple of balls, and maybe they can get into a little rhythm there.
Josh Green right into the paint, lofts it up high for Camp. He went to go get it, was tapped away. Here comes Waterloo. It's Brian Oddie into the ball game with the basketball. Right side to Johnny Lawrence, a little crossover. Good defense by Carter Stephen. Now Hubbard for 3. Buns!
He's kind of that stretch 4. I've seen him get hot.
More three-quarter court pressure from Waterloo. Into the corner it goes to Lombardi. Out top to Josh Green. 16-7 Waterloo leads. 6:47 to go here, second period. Lombardi in the corner. Lofts it high into Josh Green. And again, pass a little too contested there as he was guarded by both Felber and Oddie. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Newark.
Really good help side from Waterloo there. Almost like a 3-on-1.
Jeez, they launched it up there again on the inbounds pass to Isaiah Camp, and now we got a foul. As Rayshawn Howard set to check back in, and it's going to be Augusto taking a seat. At halftime, we got a couple of Lions coming to our broadcast booth for the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. It will be senior Benji Kemp and junior Horace Betts. Again, Carter Steve for 3! Small in stature, big in heart.
Good celebration there. Carter's out there having a good time.
Boy, his team really needed it. It's a 6-point game. Lawrence tries to answer, no good. Rebound ripped down by Rayshawn Howard out of the hands of Mike Hubbard and into the hands of Josh Green. Up ahead to Lombardi. He drives into the paint, tried to leave it off, but stolen. Here comes Hubbard. Bounce pass to Sluker, right side. He went up for the dunk, but was denied by Josh Green. And the Newark fans to our right love it.
Coach Caparis is 3/4 of the way out on the court.
He can't believe they're giving the ball back to Waterloo. And now we got a sub, Joel Kraft, into the game. Saluka thought he was going to lay it up, went for the dunk.
I don't think he thought about it. I think he said, I'm going to challenge him. Green got a little piece of the ball, and I thought it was the right call, personally, Coach Jim.
Well, I got some guys on my left that disagree, but it is Waterloo ball. You probably had a better look than I did, but it's Devin Felber, Brian Adi, Kyle Saluka, Joel Kraft, and Michael Hubbard at 16-10. Indians by 6 minutes to go. As Saluka finds Adi. Back to Saluka, inside now to Kraft. Back outside to Hubbard for 3. Mark it down! Michael Hubbard for 3. Back-to-back threes here in the second period, lead up to 9. And now Augusta having trouble against the press. They do get it over to Howard. Howard is bumped and falls to the ground. It's going to be the second foul on Devin Felber, I believe.
Waterloo is a tough team to zone when Hubbard's going. I mean, you got Hubbard, you got Ruiz, you got Saluka.
You got Lawrence.
I mean, they got a lot of shooters. And really, you can just tell they're not really looking to get into the dead area. Goes high post. There's some collapse, and then boom.
Augusta on the block with the left hand. Too hard, but Rayshawn Howard with the offensive rebound on the opposite of the line. Side of the rim, puts it back up and in for his first points. 19-12, 5:22 to go. Baseline to Joel Kraft jumper. Good. 4 points for Joel Kraft. 21-12 your score. 5:13 to go. Rayshawn Howard to Isaiah Camp to Carter Steve, whips it across to Lombardi, and now Augusto in the corner. Lombardi gets it back to Augusto, who makes like a point guard dribble on top of the key. Now finds Lombardi again. 4:55 to go in the half. Into the corner to Carter Steve. He wanted to shoot it, but it was blocked by Michael Hubbard, who then snatched the ball out of the air. Here comes Waterloo. Hubbard pump fake. Up to Saluka, thought about a 3, guarded by Carter Steve. He goes to the right, takes an off-balance shot, kind of off of Joel Kraft's feet and out of bounds.
And Coach Darnell, I don't think was happy with that shot.
Wants a 30-second timeout.
And you can see right now he's kind of telling Saluka, we can get it. He can get that shot whenever. That's a shot you want at the end of
the shot clock.
Of the shot clock, not with 25, 30 seconds left.
So it's 21-12 with 4:36 to go. It's been all Waterloo. Other than that Carter Steve three-pointer, the Reds struggling to shoot. It could be worse. Just a 9-point deficit with 4:36 to go.
This game could be a lot closer if Newark could convert a little down on the block. I mean, they've missed numerous shots. Give some credit to Waterloo for doubling down and working hard, but there's still just been a couple they just blew.
1 for 3 from the free throw line as well are the Reds early in this one, and then we got full court pressure now from Waterloo. They get it into Howard. Howard tries to get it over the top, stolen by Saluka, whips it into Adi, but it's blocked. Absolutely stuffed by Rayshawn Howard. Now here comes Josh Green. And it looks like zone defense now for Waterloo. I know they're in man.
They're still in their man.
Oh, Carter Steve got poked in the eye there by Brian Adi. They're playing on up top to Rayshawn Howard. And now Josh Green into the paint. Jump stop, rises, fires, and it rolls in and out, but we got a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Kyle Saluka. Once it gets posted, we'll let you know.
16 foul.
That is on Saluka, just his first.
16 foul for Waterloo. So Newark will be in the 101 the rest of the half.
And Josh Green hits the first free throw. And got another update at halftime over at Honeywell Falls Lima. Penyan leads 21-18 over the Minders Academy Blue Devils. So a great game in the B2 girls semifinal. Second free throw from Josh Green is good. So a couple of big free throws from Josh Green gets the lead down to 7. Now the Reds looking for a stop inside 4 minutes in the first half. Saluka to Kraft. He's out there with Hubbard, Adi, and Felber. Felber takes it right side. Howard went for the steal. Felber went by him and hits a little runner on the baseline. And now we got the second foul on Kyle Saluka off the inbound pass. We'll see if Darnell stays with Saluka. And, of course, they're in the bonus, so more free throws coming way down the other end of the court.
A nice shot by Felber. I think Ruiz is going to come in for Saluka.
Saluka does take a seat. And now more free throws to try to dig into this lead, which now stands at 9 again after that Felber baseline runner. And Josh Green now has made 3 straight free throws. It's 23-15. One more from the charity stripe to come from Green. And Green, had to play a different role this year, Zach. He had doing more ball handling than he had in the past few years on varsity for Newark.
Yeah, he's a nice player, and like you said, de facto point guard. It's not his natural position, but sometimes you get into those situations where he's your best option, and I think clearly he is. The press has bothered Newark a little here, not quite as much as it did that second half in the game in Waterloo.
The second free throw was missed, and on the rebound, Rayshawn Howard picked up his second free throw, so he goes to the bench as Mike Hubbard misses a jump shot from the elbow, and Isaiah Camp up big for the rebound. Man, Isaiah Camp, easily the biggest guy on the court right now from both teams. Augusto stops at the free throw line, pops it out to Blade Case. No good from 3. And Felber tracks down the rebound into the hands of Ruiz. 3:12 to go. Waterloo 23, Newark 15. Winner moves on to face Geneva on Saturday at the Blue Cross. And now Kraft on the baseline, inside to Felber. A little push shot from Felber, no good. Augusto with the rebound. Now Josh Green up ahead to Dustin Case, misses from about 6 feet, and no rebounders back. Waterloo coming the other way. Ruiz for 3, no. And Kraft skies for the rebound, but it's Adi who ends up with it, and Adi goes for the putback. He's hammered. He led to the free throw line. It looks like that one's going to go on Isaiah Camp.
Really, first offensive rebound I can remember for Waterloo this game. Newark has really owned the glass. They're holding the one shot. Problem is they got 15 points.
With 2:43 to go in the half. Adi, first free throw. In and out. Adi's one of those juniors between Adi Felber and Kyle Saluka that'll form the core of next year's squad. Adi makes the second. Question is, will they return as defending sectional champions, or will they still be looking for their school's first sectional title since 1972? Coming the other way, it's Josh Green laying it in with the right hand after beating the press.
He's had a solid half. Really good second quarter.
24-17. Waterloo leads. 2:23 to go now. First half. As Felber kicks it inside out to Adi for 3. Front rim backboard. No good into the hands of Isaiah Camp. And now Josh Green takes it across midcourt. Just over 2 minutes to go first half. Reds could use a bucket here. Green dribbles all the way into the corner. Now out top to Dustin Case. Over to Blade Case. Pump fake with Felber on him. Now baseline to Isaiah Camp. Not much going on here for Newark. Almost a backcourt violation, but Green saved it to Blade Case. He gets it back with 8 seconds to shoot. Now it's baseline. Double teamed is Case. Almost thrown away. It is thrown away up ahead to Adi. Adi bounced past to Hubbard. Against Augusto. Blocked by Augusto. And Hubbard stepped on the baseline. And a lot of contested shots at the rim by the Reds.
A lot of blocks. Waterloo dropped to a 2-3 that time. See if they stay in it. They don't want to make Newark earn their points, not let them get to the foul line. Big ups, though, for Newark there. A lot of rim protectors.
So the Reds get back to work. And Blade Case holds it in front of the Waterloo bench, skips it way across to Dustin Case, and Dustin Case travels.
Shuffled the puppies, a little stutter step. I think if you're Newark, you got to kind of start riding Green here a little bit more. I mean, he's clearly been their best player. Maybe let him go off the bounce a little bit, a little ISO for him.
He has 8 of their 17 as Adi plays catch with Ruiz at the top of this Newark 2-3 zone. Now Ruiz lets fire from long range, front iron no good, and again, Camp flying in to secure the rebound for the Reds, but they got to score the basketball. Down 7 inside a minute now. Second quarter. Josh Green controls, kicks it to the left wing to Blade Case. Back to Josh Green. Pump fake. Now he rises and can't get it to go, but rebounded again by Isaiah Camp. Mr. Clean on the glass tonight. It's a 5-point game.
I like that for Newark. You know, let Green kind of draw the defense. He's going to get that 12-footer, and then if somebody sucks over on him, you've got an advantage on the block.
And so it's Ruiz now. Shot clock's not off, but it might as well be. 12 seconds on the game clock. Ruiz working off a pick from Felber. Drives a little right-handed runner, no good. 6 seconds. Newark's coming the other way. They got numbers. Green straight to the bucket. Lays it in. Incredibly athletic move from Josh Green. And Newark makes a late push in the second quarter. It's a 3-point game.
Green stepping up, man. Stepping up. That's all you can say. I mean, he carried them in that quarter. I don't know how many he had total, but what a big finish to the half.
7 points in the quarter. When we come back at the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report, we're going to have a couple of Lions with us at the broadcast table as they prepare for their sectional championship game on Friday night. Right here at your halftime score, Waterloo 24, Newark 21. We'll be right back.
This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 23 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. For your life, home, auto, and future. Whether it's your first car, second home, or third child, the experienced professionals at Finger Lakes Partners can recommend the coverage that best utilizes and protects your assets. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo, and online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. 4 generations strong, DeSanto Propane is a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com or call 1-800-752-4574 and look for DeSanto Propane on Facebook. Ferrara Lumber has been locally owned for 3 generations and is more than just a lumber and building supplier. Stop in on Baird Street in Seneca Falls to browse their full section of power tools, hardware, lawn and garden, painting, and plumbing supplies and talk to their experienced staff before planning your next home improvement project. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student-athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit BradVanDusenPhotography.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmers Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit Stevers Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmers Auto and Stevers Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. It's a Wonderful Run 5K. It's a winter run like no other through the streets of Seneca Falls, the town that inspired Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Learn more and register at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, locally owned for 43 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Legendary soups, wraps, salads, and the best burgers in town. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house. Specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs, call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardizola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing, website development, hosting, multimedia production, and home of the most popular website and mobile app in the Finger Lakes. Help FingerLakes1.com bring you more great live local sports coverage by becoming a supporter at patreon.com/FO1.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our truckin' deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back inside Pittsford Southern for the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report. Your score at halftime: Waterloo 24, Newark 21. Waterloo opened up a 13-5 lead and held that lead through much of the second quarter before a late push from Newark gave them a 16-11 advantage. In the second quarter, Waterloo leads 24-21 by 3. In the first half of our doubleheader, it was Geneva defeating Hornell 75-47. So the winner of the second half of our doubleheader here between Waterloo and Newark will take on Geneva at the Blue Cross on Saturday morning. But one team that already punched their ticket to the Blue Cross Arena is with me right here. I got 3 players from the Lions. Lions Friday night, 7:00 p.m. against the Perry Yellow Jackets, and I'm joined by Horace Betts, Benji Kemp, and Jalen Battle. What do we got? Junior, senior, sophomore, right? Let's start with the senior, the big man, Bad Company, Benji Kemp. What's it feel like to be going back to the Blue Cross?
Feels great. 3 years in a row. Couldn't feel better.
Yeah, it's just what happens at Lions, right? You just go every year, right? Yeah. So Jalen, you got called up throughout the season. You've probably, as a real young kid, enjoyed watching some of these Lions runs. How's it feel to be part of the program now, heading to the Blue Cross?
Feels great. I'm excited to go up to the Blue Cross this Friday and hopefully get this dub.
Now, you, Horace, have had a big night the other night, leading scorer. And, what I want to know is, with Justin being out, needing to pick up the scoring, what was your mindset coming into that semifinal? It was a close game, but you guys need points. Are you the guy that's going to provide those?
Yeah, I just was looking to win the game and find open teammates. Just try to get the ball and pass, score if I could.
So, Benji, having been at the Blue Cross, multiple times before, what advice do you have for your teammates that maybe haven't been there yet? What's it like playing in the big house?
The lights are bright, but as soon as you get there, just get out and get all the jitters out. Look at the crowd, get all of it out as soon as you get there, and just play ball.
So we have your former coach here, Zach Young, now Weedsport Athletic Director. So you got any questions for these boys? You helped to bring them up through the ranks.
Well, I'm happy for your guys' success. The future is bright for the program. First of all, what did you guys think about the game last night? What are some thoughts just coming back from that Geneseo game? Got a little closer. What did Coach Schott say after? What's kind of the feeling after? Just kind of a survive and advance deal, or what do we have to work on?
Coming out stronger in the second half, definitely. We have a tendency of coming out kind of weak in the second half, so we just got to fix that, work on that.
Yeah, you guys had a pretty big lead, and then it came right down to the wire. But you can nothing's a given in these semifinals, man. Like tonight, Waterloo had a big lead, Newark's fighting back. It's just such a great atmosphere. What was the atmosphere, Horace, like in Bloomfield last night?
It was crazy. I couldn't really hear anything. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And so it's different now. You go to the Blue Cross, and all of a sudden you're out there, and it's a different feeling, right, Benji?
Yeah. Honestly, when I'm out there, I really don't hear anything. It's different than being in the Atwood where you can hear everything.
Yeah.
But
a little bit different than the Atwood.
Listen, that's one of the advantages of playing in the Atwood is that you are battle tested when you get to an environment like that. You're used to people being right on top of you, screaming, being loud, and I think that will help you guys going on. Hopefully you get past that game and into some more playoff games in gyms like this. Jalen, I would say lean on Benji here. Benji was a sophomore not too long ago. played a great game in the finals and made the all-tournament team. So listen to him. And like I said, wishing you guys the best of luck. One real quick thing, you guys know the history of the Lions-Perry matchup here? I mean, it's like honestly, in the last 10 years, they played about 6-7 times. Did you get a chance to see Perry? What are some of your thoughts?
I feel like they can shoot really good, but in the Blue Cross, it's a lot different. So
yeah,
I feel like we just got to run them off that three-point line. We'll be all right.
Yeah,
we're just gonna have to out-rebound them, play box out all their players.
So we got about a minute before the second half. You guys got a prediction on who's going to win this second half?
I got Waterloo. I got Waterloo.
3 Waterloos, huh? All right. Well, you don't want to. Your neighbor Newark just down the road, right? But they won't play Lions, I hear, right?
I don't want to hear any. I don't want to get any bad on anyone's bad side, but I got Waterloo.
All right. Well, fair enough. Look, guys. Good luck Friday night. We'll be there for Finger Lakes 1. Have a good week of practice, and
good luck, boys.
And good luck against Perry. Good job. So there you have it. 3 Lions back in the Blue Cross, a place that has become second nature.
I tell you, Jay Lynn's pretty comfortable with that.
I know, he's jumping right in.
Not bashful for a sophomore. He wasn't bashful last night. I thought he had a really good first half for him and kind of bailed them out when they weren't shooting that good early.
So back at it here. We're almost ready for the second half. Run through the first half scoring real quick. For the Newark Reds, it was 10 points from Josh Green to lead all scorers. He had 7 of those points in the second. 4 points for Isaiah Camp, 3 for Carter Steve, 2 for Devin Augusto, and 2 for Rayshawn Howard. For the Waterloo Indians, it was 7 from Julian Ruiz, 6 from Michael Hubbard on a pair of second quarter threes, 4 from Felber, 4 from Kraft, 2 from Sluka, and 1 from Adi. And the second half is underway. Waterloo now moving away from us from our vantage point in the corner here of Pittsford Sutherland Gymnasium, and Kyle Saluka opens up the second half with a foul line jumper. 26-21, Indians by 5. Again, winner going to the Blue Cross Arena on Saturday morning. They lofted it into Devin Augusto. He can't handle it, but they whistle him with a foul. It was Hubbard and Kraft converging on Augusto, and it looks like they're going to get Michael Hubbard with the foul. So
first possession for Waterloo, back to their bread and butter. Saluka at the foul line and make something happen.
So now it is Josh Green inbounding. A nice play drawn up by Coach Couperis, and the layup up and in by Dustin Case.
Missed assignment on Waterloo. They went to switch to screen. Bad communication, gave up a layup. Coach Darnell.
First bucket of the game for Dustin Case. 26-23. 3-point lead for the Indians. Ruiz with the basketball. Over to Hubbard. Down on the baseline to Kraft. Back to Hubbard and up top to Ruiz with 15 to shoot. Now Hubbard thought about a 3. One step inside the 3-point line. Kicks it cross court to Felber, who takes it hard. A lot of contact, no call. Misses at the rim. Rebounded by Augusto. And here comes Newark. It's Josh Green into the corner for Dustin Case. Now Augusto at the foul line. Spins right hand. Through the hoop and in. And it's a 1-point ball game. The closest Newark spin before the opening tip.
And Augusto, a little bounces the step after that. He really needed that. He missed a couple chippies early. And if he can get going, Waterloo could be in for a long second half.
And so now Ruiz with his team up just 1. Over to Michael Hubbard. Long cross-court pass to Sluka. Touch pass down to Felber. Back out to Saluka. He's open. 3-ball. Saluka, no. Long rebound, battered around. It's on the ground, and a lot of players on the ground now. It's Josh Green with it, and I think we're going to have a jump ball. Referee Jim Palermo.
Felber does a pretty good job scrapping in there and rebound for being an undersized kid.
He's kind of underrated player. He's not their first look offensively with so many scores on this team, but he certainly logs a lot of minutes. The sapling, Devin Felber. So now full court pressure has got Newark in trouble. They throw it right away into the hands of the sapling. Up ahead to Ruiz, who hangs and misses. A lot of contact there as well. And now a rebound by Josh Green, and he's fouled by, let's see, it looks like it's going to be Ruiz, and that's Ruiz's third.
And that's a tough swing of events, because I thought Ruiz got fouled going to the basket there. And Coach is going to leave him in with 3 here. Trust his senior.
14 minutes left in this ball game. 6 minutes left in the third. 26-25. Reds can take their first lead of the night here. As it's Josh Green in front of the scores table, guarded by Ruiz, man-to-man. Kicks it over to Augusto. He's guarded by Kraft. Dustin Case cuts through the lane, catches the ball, and Jim Palermo's got him for a travel. That was right in front of us, Zach. I didn't see a travel.
Newark switched to, you went to a little flex offense there. Kind of went away from that high-low.
Standing room only at Pittsford Sutherland High School as the entry pass to Saluka tapped, but Saluka ends up with it, and now here he comes into the corner for Kraft to Hubbard. Hubbard rises, fires, and gets the kiss off the glass. Lead back to 3 for Waterloo. Michael Hubbard has 8. Three-quarter court pressure from the Indians. No problem for the Reds. Oh, they throw it right to Coach Young. And almost had a little disaster over here.
Early in the second, that pressure, it's already the second turnover for Newark first. They just got to take their time and not be in such a hurry.
And so with 5:07 to go, Waterloo 28, Newark 25. Ruiz holds the ball near midcourt and plays catch with Saluka. Now it goes across to Felber. 20 seconds on the shot clock, and they throw it away. Ahead of the pack is Josh Green. Slams it home! Right-handed flush for Green. 28-27, the lead down to 1. Here comes Ruiz.
Smart play by Ruiz, though, not fouling, committing his 4th.
12 points for Green. Inside on the foul line to Saluka. Tough shot, rattles in and out. Rebounded, though, by Felber. Goes up in traffic. Misses, and Camp rebounds it, tries to throw it to Green. It was almost stolen by Ruiz. Newark basketball, 90 feet from their hoop. Inbounded to Blade Case, 4:27 to go, 28-27. Indians still holding on to that lead over the timeline to Augusto. In the middle to Green, outside to Blade Case, pump fake. Bounce pass inside, pump fake again from Rayshawn Howard. Gets him in the air, then goes up and lays it in. And the Reds lead by 1, 29-28. Great ball game here at Pittsford Sutherland. Winner heading to the Blue Cross Saturday morning to face Geneva, who won earlier tonight on the same court, 75-47 over the Hornell Red Raiders. And Joel Kraft, baseline, looks for the answer, misses, got his own rebound, went back up, and he's fouled from behind by, looks like it's going to be Blade Case.
Been a lot of contact down at that end. First foul of the half for Newark. Coach Darnell pleading his case. And let's see if Kraft can convert to give Waterloo the lead.
That foul is going to go, it's going to go on Isaiah Camp. So that's Camp's second. Joel Kraft to the free throw line. And he gets it to go, hits the front rim, kicks up and over the cylinder. And he has 5 points, and we're tied up at 29. 3:49 to go here, third period. Kraft rises and fires, and no good. So Newark basketball, tie game. Working against that full court pressure.
Almost a double dribble there.
Way up atop to Camp. Camp drives baseline against Felber, lays it up and in, and he's fouled.
Felber wanted to charge. Don't think his feet were quite set yet. I like the call by Levert.
So Newark now up 2 with a free throw, trying to make it 3 for Devin Felber. That's his 3rd foul. So we got 3 fouls on Ruiz, 3 fouls on Felber. And Newark showing signs of life in the second half. Wanted to get back to a familiar environment in the Blue Cross for the 4th straight year, looking to get to the sectional final as Camp knocks down the free throw, 32-29. Now Waterloo's the one that needs a bucket. They've had trouble scoring this second half so far. Felber inside out to Kraft to Saluka. Baseline drive. Saluka lets the runner go. It's short, and it's hauled in.
It's one shot every time. If they miss it, it's just one shot every single time. You are clearly dominating the boards.
Now here comes Howard, kicks it out to Blade Case. Blade Case, no for 3. Big rebound by Camp, rises up, a block by Saluka. Man, did Saluka get up. Here comes Hubbard the other way. A little Euro step to avoid contact, and it's an offensive foul. The Newark fans love it. The Waterloo fans can't believe it. And this is where the environment, Zach, could get a little bit out of hand with these two fan bases. We got a timeout on the court. And
I think Waterloo has a legit gripe. It was the same exact play as down here.
Right.
And the charge wasn't given. It was a block, and I thought that was a block as well.
There was no way that looked like a charge from my vantage point. Definitely moving, but
and it just escalates when you're struggling to score. But you know what? We just got to keep their composure here, and you're only down 3. And like I said, talked about earlier, this is where Newark wants to be, playing with the lead. Okay? If they're down 6 or 7 later in the game, they're going to have a hard time maybe generating some offense. Right now, Waterloo has that spurt ability. You know, they can knock down 3 threes in a couple of minutes, so they just got to keep their calm. One thing Coach Darnell, predicament is his pressure. They're getting some turnovers off it, but they already got 4 fouls in the half with 2:55 left to go in the third. So is he going to keep it on? Plus he's got 2 of his starters already with 3 fouls.
So Newark inbounds now against that 3-quarter court pressure. They get it across, going back and forth across the width of the court. It's Josh Green holding it. He's out there with Camp, Howard, Augusto, and Carter Steve. Left open for 3. Carter Steve, no good. And we might have the 4th foul on Devin Felber.
No, he stepped out of bounds.
So what happened there was Rayshawn Howard went to track down the rebound. He was bumped a little bit near the corner of the court by Felber, and it was either going to be a foul or an out-of-bounds call, and the refs called out of bounds as Johnny Lawrence into the ball game for Kyle Sluka. So it's Lawrence, Felber, Hubbard, Ruiz, and Brian Oddie also into the ball game.
Waterloo, maybe they can give Lawrence a 3 here. He's kind of like the microwave, can get hot.
32-29, Newark leads. Corner 3 from Felber. Good!
There it is. Felber with a big 3.
All tied up, 32-32, 2:12 to go in the third period. Steal on the press from Ruiz. Here comes Ruiz the other way. Kicks it to the corner. Hubbard for 3. Good! Back-to-back 3s from opposite corners of Pittsford Sutherland Gymnasium. We have the Indians back on top by 3. More full court pressure. They do get it across to Augusto. He's guarded in by the scores table. He gives it up to Josh Green.
Just like that, momentum has changed. Coach Darnell dropping to a 2-3, probably to protect Felber and Ruiz. He's got Felber playing in the middle of a 2-3 zone, probably giving up about 6 inches.
Green out to Carter Steve. Now to the right side to Augusto. 4 to shoot. Steve's open for 3. Cross-court pass. Back iron, no good, but big rebound by Augusto. He spins. He finishes in the hoop, and he's fouled. 3-point play. Free throw to tie it up at 35.
Is that foul on Felber? If so, it's his 4th.
Let's see what they post. Nope, it's the second foul on Johnny Lawrence. As we got a 33-30 Minders lead at the end of the third in the Class B2 girls semifinal in Honeyway Falls, Lima. Streaming live now on FL1 Radio 2 with Michael Alessio and Paul Russo. Free throw missed by Augusto, so it remains a 1-point advantage for Waterloo, 35-34. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go in the third. As Ruiz steps in the lane, kicks out to Lawrence, sidestep. Lawrence now rises for 3. It's way off. He kind of pump faked.
Not a good look. Coach Darnell throwing his hands. I mean, he was shooting that no matter what.
And Carter Steve was all over him. He couldn't get an open look. So now Steve gets it up top to Green. We're at 48 seconds left in the quarter. 18 seconds left to shoot. Carter Steve out to Green. Green, left side, pulls up from the elbow. Hits!
He's had that all night, and he's playing big. The senior, he wants to get to the BCA.
14 points for Green. Now we're inside 30 seconds. Again, the shot clock should be off right now. It must be just like a 1/10 of a second more on the shot clock than the game clock as Ruiz holds near the mid-court block S at Pittsford Sutherland High School. Game clock down to 14. Newark by 1. Waterloo looking for the last shot to grab the lead before the end of the fourth period as Ruiz drives right side, misses, rebound by Felber, fade away from the baseline, no good, ripped down by Josh Green. And at the end of 3 periods, We got a fantastic ball game here at Pittsford Sutherland. Your score, Newark 36, Waterloo 35. In 8 minutes, one of these teams is going to advance to the Blue Cross Arena where the Geneva Panthers are waiting for an all Finger Lakes East final on Saturday. You're going to want to keep it right here on Finger Lakes 1.
Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC.
DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info. DISANTO Propane.com or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. DeSanto. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
Welcome back to Pittsford Sutherland High School. It's the second game of our doubleheader. We have 8 minutes of basketball left. The final quarter of the 8 that we've had for you live here on Finger Lakes 1 Radio. Again, over at Honeyway Falls, Lima, Minders and Penyan battling on FL1 Radio 2. Paul Russo and Michael Alessio with the call. And Zach, 8 minutes to the big house. Newark leads by 1. Waterloo ball.
Yeah, I think the last possession of that quarter, Newark switched to a man-to-man, but they went back to 2-3, and Ruiz is fouled right out of the shoot.
So he'll shoot a couple free throws. It was a shooting foul, a jump shot attempt from the right wing.
Not a good foul.
No, but it's going to be Dustin Case picking up his first foul there.
And, this looks like it's going to come down to the wire. You know, it's going to be who can execute here at the end.
And Ruiz, the senior, knocks down the first free throw. We're knotted up at 36.
Both teams playing hard, playing the right way. Don't see a lot of trash talk. It's good to see.
And Ruiz knocks them both down. And Waterloo's back on top, 37-36. Newark outscored them 15-11 that quarter, and they force a turnover here. Waterloo does. Nope, they're going to say it's going to stay with Newark.
Waterloo's pretty much went to, I'm not going to say a 5 guard, but you know they've had Kraft on the bench here for a significant portion of the second half, trying to use their speed and quickness.
Josh Green, bounce pass cross court to Rayshawn Howard, who continues to drive baseline with the left hand, spins right in to Johnny Lawrence. All right, Brian Oddie, and man, that looked like a jump ball.
It's a tough call. Well, I don't think there was any contact. And if any contact was initiated, it was by Newark.
Yeah, he spun right into Oddie, who embraced the ball. I thought we had an easy jump ball call there, but instead it's Newark inbounding underneath their own basket. First foul on Oddie. Out top it goes to Augusto. It's Augusto, Camp, Howard, Green, and Dustin Case. And Green drives baseline and hits! Hangs and hits!
Good shot. Great penetration. Elevate. Finish from about 6 feet.
16 points for Green. Newark back on top now, 38-37. Waterloo had led for the entire first half. Now we've got more lead changes than Sluka turns, misses, air ball out of bounds on the baseline. Newark basketball.
Sluka's coming out. Coach Darnell not happy.
Joel Kraft checking in.
Got 6 on the court right now.
And now they're down to 5. It's Hubbard, Ruiz, Oddie, Felber, and Kraft. 3 seniors, 2 juniors. And they break the press with a couple of long passes. Josh Green now sets things up. Kicks it to the corner. Dustin Case thought about a 3. Pump fake to go by Hubbard, and he hits from about 17 feet. Carter Steve puts the Reds up 3.
That was Case with the shot.
Oh, excuse me, Dustin Case, my bad.
I mean, that's a shot. If you're Waterloo, you want him to take. He fakes off the 3, 2 off the bounce.
Hubbard from the corner whips it into Felber, who finishes on the left block. And Devin Felber has 9 points and pulls Waterloo to within 1, 6:17 to go. Again, they're beating this Waterloo press with long cross-court passes, and now Dustin Case again in the corner, this time for three. It's well long. Air ball into the hands of Felber, up ahead to Ruiz. Ruiz right side, whips it inside to Kraft, can't handle it. Blade Case comes up with it, and now Josh Green walks it up. 5:57 to go, Newark by 1.
Waterloo switched their offense here the last couple of possessions. Got some better looks.
Blade Case just threw it right into Devin Felber's chest. Now he's coming the other way. And he's blocked at the rim by Green, but a foul called.
Felber's down hard. Still down.
Looks like they're helping him up. Brian Otti helping his classmate up.
He's smiling now. He's all right. Shooting 2.
And that foul will be charged to Blade Case, just his first. And the Reds cling to a 1-point lead, 5:41 to go, fourth period. 2 free throws coming from Devin Felber. 1 will tie, 2 will give him the lead. And misses the first.
Saluka checking back in for Kraft.
In Penyan, the Mustangs now up 36-33 with 5:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Over at Honeyway Falls Lima, I should say. Felber makes the second. Teams punching their ticket to the title games tonight. Semifinal Tuesday. Into the corner to Case. Finds a streaking Green. He waits. He hangs. He can't finish. Long rebound corralled by Dustin Case. And Case is fouled by Ruiz.
That's his fourth.
And that's number 4.
Tough break. You know, he just couldn't control his body. Ball came right to him.
So we're starting to get surrounded by people here at our broadcast table.
See what Coach Darnell does. Maybe go a little offense, defense with him. You know, kind of looking at his staff right now. What do you think? That was a tough break for Ruiz on the 4th foul.
And Case knocks down a big free throw. He now has 5 points. And Newark is up 2 points after the second free throw. 42-40, Reds lead, 5:26 to go. We got a good one here at Pittsford Sutherland. Ruiz with those 4 fouls. Dribbles it across the timeline, passes to Saluka, and it looks like Josh Green kind of got tangled up with Brian Otti. Brian Otti went down, and the foul called on Green. Just the first on Green. And that will be the 4th team foul on Newark. Waterloo already 17 fouls. Inside it goes to Felber. 1 dribble. Down low to Otti. A little high-low, a little reverse. No good. Felber streaks in for the rebound, though. Now out to Saluka. Elbow jumper. Good.
Saluka needed that one. Waterloo, good job there, not just going up into the extra length, finding the open man around the elbow.
All tied up, 42-42, 4:47.
Close to 10-second call.
They do get it across into the hands of Augusta. Augusta going straight to the basket. Offensive foul. Felber slid in and drew it. Not a ton of contact, but Felber was certainly set.
He was set. Definitely, I thought the Newark player initiated the contact. Yeah. It was either a charge or a no call, in my opinion. He got the charge.
So that's also just the first on Devin Augusto. So 15 foul for Newark, 4:37 to go, all tied up at 42. Waterloo basketball. Tension's high here. Season's on the line. Felber foul line jumper, no good. Green pulls it down. And he walks it up.
All right, we got about 4 minutes and change left, Jim. And here we go, here, right down the stretch. Newark calls a timeout. So knotted at 42.
Coach Couperis gathers the troops, and so 42-42, Newark ball. What are these coaches doing right now during this timeout? Drawing up a play for this possession, or looking more long-term into the last 4:20 here?
I think if you're Newark, yeah, you're trying to get a score here. They're going to try to probably, to me, you got to put the ball in Green's hands. You know, some sort of, either catch it off of a screen or some side of high screen. Really, they kind of went away from just trying to push it onto the block every time. Waterloo's probably thinking, hey, what are we going to do here? Necessarily on the next end. Should we keep it with a stack on the bottom? Should we go 5 out? The foul line has been wide open for Waterloo versus the 2-3. And I'd like to see Hubbard flash in there a little bit. Maybe set a high screen for Ruiz to get him going.
Wherever you're joining us from tonight on a Tuesday night, we're glad you could be with us. I'm Jim Sinacropi, alongside my broadcast partner tonight, Zach Young. We're all tied up at 42 apiece. 4:20 to go, so a lot of 4s and 2s on the board right now at Pittsford Sutherland High School, and it's going to be Newark basketball. It'll be Rayshawn Howard inbounding right in front of Coach Couperis, and they quickly get it up top to Josh Green.
Waterloo switches to 2-3.
Sluka kind of jumped out on Green. Now he falls back. Dustin Case over to Carter Steve, and a foul on Devin Felber, who tried to disrupt the entry pass to Augusto. And that'd be a fresh shot clock for the Reds. It was down inside 10, and free throws coming for Augusto.
4 on Felber as well. 4 on Felber.
4 on Ruiz, 4 on Felber. And Isaiah Camp checks back, and he's just been a monster on the boards as he slides into the slot between Felber and Adi on the right side of Augusto, who cans the first end of the one-on-one. Just the 5th point for Augusto, but it does give the Reds a 43-42 lead. Second free throw, also good.
Augusto's had a good half, though. He's been a lot more active and hits 2 big free throws to give his team the lead.
44-42, 4 minutes exactly left.
Newark is really extended in this zone, just kind of leaving Camp on the inside.
And Adi tried to throw it over Case's head. He jumps up and gets it, and Case tried to float it into Howard. Now it's tapped into the corner, finally controlled by Newark. Howard has it. He sets up. A little craziness there. 22 seconds still on the shot clock. Right side to Augusto in front of Coach Couperis. They reverse it. Case was open. Takes one step inside the three-point line, though, and misses the jumper. Boy, big rebound by Kyle Saluka. Heads up the right side. Quick pass inside to Michael Hubbard, and the layup rims in and out. And Green pulls it in. And now Green walks it up with 3:17 to go. His team up 2, looking for a 4th consecutive trip to the Blue Cross Arena. It's been 4 years since they won it, though. Dustin Case thought about another jumper. Bounce pass inside to Isaiah Camp, off his knee and out of bounds. It'll be Waterloo ball. Newark beat Minders 3 years ago. Then they lost to Minders the next year, and last year got blown out of the arena by Greece Odyssey. One of the winningest programs in Section 5. Looking to get back there. 2:52 to go. They're up 2. Nice pass inside to Devin Felber, who lays it up and in. Timeout, Coach Darnell.
And again, I think that's their best. That might be their best option versus that zone. Saluka is making good decisions when they get it to him at the foul line, and he's either going to get that shot, but he's made a couple great passes. Even the play before where Hubbard missed the layup, nice pass in transition.
So it's tied up at 44 apiece, 2:47 to go. We just talked about the success Newark's had recently in the sectionals and getting to the Blue Cross. For Waterloo, they haven't hung a sectional banner since 1972, and they got a fantastic opportunity to do it this year. But right now they got to get by the Reds. It's all knotted up at 2:47 in the fourth quarter.
I think you might see Coach Darnell take out Felber or Ruiz just for this defensive possession, possibly, to try to save them, especially if they're going to pressure.
With those 4 fouls,
they have had opportunities out of that press to get a couple easy layups. And I think if you're Newark, you just really got to focus on protecting the ball, getting it over half court, and then, like I said, get the ball to. I get the ball to Green personally. He's been their best player all night.
Now both teams break the huddle, and
Ruiz and Felber on the court. Okay, they're on the court, so they pick up a cheap one here. Their game's over.
Things are getting serious. 2:46 to go, all knotted up. Inbound against that pressure. Ruiz at the point of the zone. Felber on the right. Sluka on the left. Hubbard. Oh, Felber almost did foul.
Spot.
They got a trap, though, but they get it out of it. Now into the corner to Carter Steve for 3. Yes! Steve for 3! Whoa. Second 3 of the day for Steve.
That's why he's in there, and he stuck it.
Now he's at the top of the zone alongside Josh Green. They get it to Felber. Foul line jumper, no good. Long rebound pulled in by Isaiah Camp, and now Newark leads by 3. And Green's walking it up. 2:05 left. in the ball game.
Waterloo switching to man-to-man.
Now here comes Green, 20 seconds on the shot clock, inside 2 minutes, into the corner, Carter Steve, guarded by Saluka, up to Augusto. Augusto now to Green. Green drives right side, rises, finishes with the right hand off the glass. 5-point lead, biggest of the night for the Reds. And the shot by Hubbard is blocked out of bounds.
Foul on Camp. Camp can't believe it.
So we got free throws coming. Quick end in action, 1:40 to go. Newark 49, Waterloo 44 as Dustin Case gets set to check back in at the scorer's table.
Waterloo did a nice job getting up that sideline, and Hubbard will be attacked.
Michael Hubbard free throws coming. First one, good. Man, the seniors, Ruiz and Hubbard now hitting some clutch free throws as Isaiah Camp checks out of the ball game.
Probably just to help with, just help get it over would be my thought. They almost
get the rebound first, though.
I know Steve made the three, but they almost had two turnovers prior.
And he misses the second one. Offensive rebound, Waterloo. That's why you might want Camp in there.
Yep, I agree.
Anyways, it's back to Waterloo. They're up. They're down 4. Inside to Saluka. High-low to Felber. Misses. But he puts it back up and in after getting his own rebound.
Again, Saluka at the foul line, making the right decision. Felber sticks with it.
7 points for Felber in the fourth quarter. Newark by 2, 1 minute 15.
There's a steal.
It's a turnover into the hands of Felber. He gets it to Saluka, and Ruiz wants it. Saluka reluctant to give it up. Now he gives it to him.
They're going to flash Saluka back in there. They got to get it to him.
Darnell shouting out the orders from the sideline. Inside 1 minute. Up top to Hubbard. Reds by 2. Ruiz top of the key. Small lineup up top for the Reds. Big along the baseline.
10 on the shot clock. Not much going here for Waterloo this possession.
Ruiz now top of the key. Right-handed dribble. 4 seconds. Saluka. Long three.
Oh,
yes!
We got it.
Biggest shot of the year for Kyle Saluka. It's Waterloo by 1 now, 50-49, inside 30 seconds. Reds get it across. Coach Couperis wants a timeout.
One thing, if you're Newark, you didn't want that possession, is a three. And they gave up. It was a tough shot.
Waterloo had nothing. Shot clock running down. Saluka rises, fires, and hits.
That's what I was talking about with Waterloo. They have guys that can score. And Saluka here, the last minute, great couple passes from the foul line. That time, nothing really there. They give it to him. He bails his team out. 50-49, 28.7 seconds left to go.
What a ball game. Over at Huntington Falls Lima, it looks like the Penn Yan Lady Mustangs pulling away from Minders. They're up 7 with 46.3 seconds to go. Looking to advance to the title game. Not over yet, but Mustangs up 7. Here, 50-49, Waterloo recaptures the lead with a Kyle Saluka 3 as the shot clock was running down. It had to be about a 22-footer right in front of Coach Darnell. Saluka's known for hitting those big shots, and none in his life have been bigger than that one.
Yeah, if he makes that, if they end up winning this game, he's going to remember that one for a long time. So will the people of Waterloo. That's a big shot. Could possibly get him to go to the Blue Cross.
Where they'll have a shot at their first sectional title since 1972. A lot of history on the line.
If you're Newark here, I think you got, like I've been talking about, you got to get it to Martin. We'll see what they draw up.
Newark down 1, 28.7 seconds left. They inbound. It's in the hands of Josh Green. Kyle Saluka guarding a man-to-man. Pick from Rayshawn Howard. Now Green switched by Adi, and it goes to Dustin Case. Case off a pick from Augusto, top of the key, into the corner. Game clock down to 14, almost a turnover. Here comes Josh Green into the paint. He hangs. Too strong off the glass. Felber rips down the rebound, and he's fouled with 8.2 seconds left. Not over, but what a fourth quarter from the junior, Devin Felber.
Big rebound from Felber. Does the little things. I thought Green had a pretty good look there.
Just couldn't finish. Too strong.
Couldn't finish. Was coming in a little out of control.
Timeout on the court. Waterloo.
Coach Couperis screaming at his kids.
Well, I think that Waterloo's acting like they won the game, so their fans and some of the players, they're up 1.
I wouldn't say they're acting like that. They're celebrating.
Yeah, they're happy.
They've got to make it here. If you're Newark, you got to regain your composure. There's a lot of time left. Okay, they got to make it to 1-1 first of all.
8.2 seconds.
And if he makes both, if you're Coach Darnell, you go back to that old age thing. Do you foul to not allow the three? Do you play it out? There's a lot of different things that go on here in these last seconds. Newark, right now, you got to concentrate. You got to get the rebound. They didn't get the rebound off the free throw last night. So you got Felber, who's a decent shooter at the line. And if he misses it, some coaches prefer to play it out. I think Newark might be in the best scenario. Get it to their playmaker, let him go to the rim.
So what a ball game tonight to see who's going to advance to face Geneva on Saturday morning. And the Reds are back on the court. They're going to come back with Carter Steve.
They got the shooter in.
Dustin Case. Howard, Augusto, and Green. Felber at the free throw line, 8.2 seconds. 2 free throws would still make it a one-possession game. Felber eyes the first. It's 1-1. It is good. Clutch.
Ice for Felber. He looks comfortable in the moment up there.
51-49 now. 8.2 seconds remain. Second free throw from Felber. 3 dribbles and a spin. Shot on the way. Short, rebounded by Green. 6 seconds, he can't get it up. 4 seconds, finally across the timeline. 2 seconds, over to Case. Shot blocked by Joel Cliff. The Waterloo Indians are heading to the big house. What a ball game.
Last possession there, Waterloo did a good job forcing it out of Green's hands. Newark really had nothing, and a good block at the end. That's all she wrote.
So Green, it took Waterloo provide some resistance there to Newark advancing the ball. By the time Green got it across midcourt, there was just 3 or 4 seconds left, and he passed it over to Carter Steve, or Dustin Case, who was closely guarded. Joel Crash actually blocked his desperation attempt, and the Waterloo Indians advance to the Blue Cross. We're going to wrap it all up when we come back, talk to a couple of the Indians. Once again, your final score here from Waterloo. The Indians 51, the Reds 49. It's going to be Geneva Waterloo, a little crosstown rivalry coming up at the Blue Cross on Saturday. It's been a great night of basketball here on FingerLakes1.com. We're going to wrap it all up when we come back.
Help FingerLakes1.com bring you more great live local sports coverage by becoming a supporter at patreon.com/FO1. Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC.
DeSanto. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our trucking deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
All right, welcome back here inside Pittsford Southern High School. Your final score, Waterloo 51 and Newark 49. We're going to be joined with 3 Waterloo Indians here ahead of their trip to the Blue Cross Arena on Friday. Come on, everybody in here together. So we got, got the sapling. I don't know if you like that or not, but Devin Felber. We got Kyle Saluka, and we got Joel Kraft. I let Devin pick, so you must be his favorite. So first of all, couple clutch free throws, man. How does it feel as a junior to step up and knock those down and send your team to the Blue Cross Arena?
Oh man, it feels great. I love my team. I want to be here if it wasn't for them, honestly, because we play as a team, and coach stretches rebounds, and that's what needs to be done to win the game. So,
well, you were the leading scorer with 16 points. You had a big fourth quarter, but probably the biggest shot of the night and probably the biggest shot of your life, Kyle. Shot clock running down, you found the ball in your hands. What were you thinking?
I was just thinking what I normally think, just pull the trigger, hope it goes in. I mean,
you made a lot of big shots, but that was the biggest, I think.
Yeah.
And, as a senior, Joel, talk about some of the history of this program. You haven't won a sectional title since 1972. Saturday morning, you got a chance to do something that hasn't been done in a long time.
It's been a really long time. I played sectional varsity my freshman year, and then I've been on varsity ever since, and we haven't had a team like this.
Sure. And, Coach Darnell taking the reins this year. Just talk about Coach Darnell and how he prepares you for games like these.
He's a great coach. He always has everything ready. He does his homework. He always lets us know what we got to do and how we got to do it. And then it's just up to us.
Now, I think you guys, your brother was a great player, Kyle, obviously Derek, but he never played in the Blue Cross, right?
No.
But you're going to the Blue Cross. You got anything to say to him if he's listening at home right now? Or he's probably here somewhere, right?
I just wish we had some better coaching staffs back when he played.
There they go, the Waterloo Indians. They got the whole team here now. Hey, Ruiz, we got Julian Ruiz.
What's up, man? Hey, I'm just happy we won. This is exactly what we wanted from day one. The bracket worked out, and now we get to see Geneva again.
Geneva, Waterloo. Now, you passed the ball over to Kyle with the shot clock running down. You figure he could make that.
That's all I got to say. He's got ice in his veins.
Yeah, absolutely. So, guys haven't won a sectional title since 1972. Now, you got to get to bed early Friday night because it's an early game Saturday, right? What do you think about the early start?
I think it's going to be it's going to be a little different, but I think if we get our mind right, we'll be good, and we're just going to lock in and get that win. That's what we're doing.
Mike Hubbard had 12 points on the night, 3 3-pointers.
Yeah.
You excited about playing in the Blue Cross Arena?
Definitely. Our school hasn't been there for like 48 years.
Yeah.
It's going to be big for our team. We're excited.
Yeah, Geneva's won in 2014. It's not like any of these players have that, history of being there, so you're both kind of rookies to the Blue Cross, but, to get this far, being a senior, you want to take advantage of it. What are you going to be thinking about over the next few days of practice?
We're going to be keying in. I think we got to key in on Junior. We got to stop him. I think it'll be a great game like the past 2 times we played them.
Right.
I think we got to come.
Gotcha. So Coach Young over here, anything to questions for these guys? Anything to say? He's coached in the Blue Cross 4 or 5 times. He's got a wealth of knowledge.
Guys, I just say enjoy the next couple days. Get some rest. Do your homework. You got the finals banquet for a couple of you get to go to. Listen to Coach Darnell. He's doing a great job with you. I'm really looking forward to the 3rd game. I was at the 2nd game. I know I heard a couple of you talk a little bit about payback, but all will settle itself on the court. So enjoy it. I'm sure the school's going to be behind you, and everyone's going to be excited. And just I wish you the best of luck.
Waterloo grad over here too, right?
Waterloo grad.
Never played in the Blue Cross though.
Yes, I did.
Did you? Yeah. What year was that?
98.
98. You guys played in the Blue Cross. That was probably the last time, right?
No, you don't know your Waterloo history like you know your Seneca Falls.
Well, they only put the sectional banners on the wall. They don't put the runners up.
This is true.
But anyways, guys, great season. I'll let you go. I'm sure you got a long bus ride home.
Go to Blue Cross, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, we'll see you Saturday morning. Good job. So,
boys are a little fired up, Jim. I love it.
So what a game here in Newark, Zach, as we're going to probably get ready to wrap things up here ourselves. Run through the final scoring. Heartbreaking loss for Newark. Waterloo jumped out to that big lead. It was 13-5 after the first quarter. They extended that lead into double digits in the second quarter before Newark made a late second quarter charge to cut the deficit to 3 at halftime. And then they actually took the lead in the third quarter, held the lead for much of the fourth quarter until Kyle Saluka hit that big 3. Devin Felber caps it off with those free throws. And, Newark, a great program. a lot of success in postseason last sectional championships, but tonight they came up a little short. It's really tough for the seniors like Devin Augusta and Josh Green and company.
Credit to Newark. They had, just following along, a tough stretch of their season, and they got it back together, and that was a valiant effort. And it just came down to, playmakers there at the end, and Saluka is a playmaker. They got it to him in the foul line. He made some good decisions, and then really out of nothing, really kind of a broken set there at the end. Made a clutch three with somebody in his face, and they were able to get a stop. So really very even game. And, Waterloo came out on top, and I think Waterloo-Geneva number 3 is going to be a good matchup.
Yeah, we just had the tiebreaker here with Waterloo taking 2 of 3 on the season from Newark, and now into, I think Geneva has a season sweep, though, on Waterloo, don't they?
Yes, they beat them at Geneva and then at home.
Well, they say it's tough to beat a team 3 times, so we'll find out. Again, that's going to be 9 a.m. at the Blue Cross Arena on Saturday morning. I'm just going to check real quick, see if I got a final on that Minder score for you. I'm going to actually report the score to, so 52-41 is the final in Honeyway Falls Lima with Minders winning, and here your final is 51-49 Waterloo. I'm just letting our broadcast crew over there know, and so they can tell their listeners on Finger Lakes One Radio too. So tomorrow night we got a Wayne County girls doubleheader at Canandaigua High School. Red Creek against. We do so many games, I can't remember who they play. Is it Pembroke? Keshequa, right, the 2 or 3 seed Keshequa. And then after that, the Route 31 rivalry with a trip to the championship game on the girls' side, Clyde and Lions. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'll be there with Rhett DeConey for that one. And then also across town in Ontario, New York, actually across much of the region to get to Ontario, or actually, no, I'm wrong. It's the postseason. They're not playing at Wayne High School. They are playing at wherever they are. It's going to be Wayne versus Northeast Douglas. Nate Sharman and Jason Hunt on the call there. Wayne trying to return to the Blue Cross Arena where they won 2 of 3 sectional titles in the last 3 years. So real quick, just run through the scoring. For Newark, Josh Green, great effort. He finishes with 18 points. It was Isaiah Camp with 8 points, Dustin Case with 4, Carter Steve with 6, a couple of threes, 5 points for Devin Augusto, 4 points for Rayshawn Howard, and for Waterloo, 16 for Devin Felber, 9 for Kyle Saluka, 12 for Michael Hubbard, 9 for Julian Ruiz, 1 for Adi, and 5 for Joel Kraft. Your final score, 51-49, and what a great doubleheader, and the Finger Lakes East flavor continues into Saturday morning at the Blue Cross. So pleasure working with you again, Coach.
Thanks for having me, Jim.
And Section 5 basketball rolling on. Thank you for joining us. Once again, your final score from Game 1, Geneva wins 75-47 over Hornell. They'll face Waterloo, who defeated Newark 51-49 in a thriller. For Zach Young, for our cameraman Jeremy Hunt, I'm Jim Sinacropi. Thanks for listening to postseason basketball here on FingerLakes1.com. We will be back tomorrow night to wrap up semifinal week, and then we head into championship weekend. Thanks for being with us.